kept Biafra in penury. Like Moses, God called Ojukwu. Nnamdi Kanu from Afaribeku. It's time to let him go. Five nation wars against only one nation. No construction, no rehabilitation. Wake up now for your emancipation. Biafra freedom is the only solution.
This is Radio Biafra SADEC. Johannesburg is where you at. We are the people of the East.
What will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All the way reflect on the power of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We shining so bright, all over the world. We are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. Shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can cage us. Nobody can stand us. Yeah. They will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your way wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, real life baby rhythm. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives come to ashes. When I ponder one reminisce, the action that is in Alice. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. We go carry the cross together, we walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory was done. It's the west from every side. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. It's still shining so bright. What's the time? The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, it's shining so bright all over the world.
I say, may Elohim Chukwu Kikabiama Onyanani Yabuchi bless you abundantly this morning. Of course, today is a Wednesday, and it is indeed the 23rd day of December 2020. And of course, I want to welcome you once again to this glorious platform. It is Radio Biafra SADEC. We are the people of the East, and we have come this morning to pay our own dues to the people of Biafrans, especially to those who have lost their life in the struggle, and those who are still going to lose their life, because freedom fighting does not come cheap. It does not come easy, and this is something that we need to understand. This is something that we need to put at the center of our mind and our thought. As long as you understand this, trust me when I tell you, it will make you to endeavor. And of course, when anything happens in this struggle, you will be able to absorb it, because you really, or rather already understood what freedom fighting is all about. My name is Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha. I hail from Onuoha. Onuoha is in Olo province of Biafra land. I have come once again to do what I know how to do best. I'm going to repeat this, and I'm going to say it again, because at the end of the day, during my opening statement, I want to talk about something that is a bit sensitive. I want to talk about something that touches us as IPOB members. I want to bring it home. I want to talk about something that is actually becoming a destructive, way of doing things among us in our families. And I can tell you, if you don't say it, nobody will say it. You must always say the truth. And of course, the truth will set you free. So this morning, in my opening statement, of course, with a heavy heart, I'm going to say a few things, of course, that I've discovered and that I've been observing all those years. Coming from people, of course, you probably call fellow comrade of people you've taken oath with, people who are doing something, whether knowingly or unknowingly, yet their actions have been so destructive so far to the cause which we are pursuing, which is Biafra. Because I believe that in this struggle, we all should have one goal. We all should have one agenda. We don't need to love each other. Yes, I said it. We don't need to kiss each other. We need to understand that we have one thing in common. We need to understand that our goal is one. And that goal is to restore Biafra. We did not come into IPOB, of course, to kiss and make up. No, we came into IPOB so that we can restore Biafra. We are like an ambassador. People are looking up unto us to go and get them Biafra. No, they did not send us here to come and become enemies with one another. They did not come and send us here to begin to envy each other. They did not send us to IPOB to come and display our tendency of jealousy, which is known of our people. They did not send us into IPOB to begin to, when you see your brother doing something he can do better than you, you become jealous, you become envy, and then of course you will find a way to ensure that he fails. Without forgetting that he is not the one that you are fighting, but you are fighting the same cause which you have subscribed to. You forgot that you are fighting the same agenda which you and him agreed upon. Yes, in family people fight. Yes, in family, brothers and sisters, siblings, they fight. But at the end of the day, they make up. Why do they make up? Because they understand that they will never stop being brothers. They know that they will never stop being sisters. That this is whom they are until death do them part. And this is how it's supposed to be in this honorable family, IPOB. We need to first of all understand that one thing that we all have in common is Biafra. I don't know you, you don't know me. We came into IPOB, we meet each other, and we realize, you know what? I don't like you. I don't like your style. I don't like the way you're doing things. But because you believe in Biafra, because I also believe in Biafra, because we are pursuing one thing, let's put our differences behind. Let's take our differences and put it aside, because it's not about you, it's not about me. It's not about your ego. It's not about my ego. It is not about your differences, but it is about Biafra. We want to restore Biafra. That should be priority. That should be our prerogative, to restore Biafra. That is the only thing we all have in common in IPOB. You don't need to like me. Do you understand? I don't need to like you. But as long as you love Biafra and I love Biafra, then we are good to go. That means we already have one thing in common, because you love what I love. And that is the reason why we came here. That reason why we came is to restore Biafra. I did not come into IPOB to love you. You did not come into IPOB to love me either. But take your ego and put it aside. And I will take my own ego, put it aside. And we focus, because people have died, blood has been shed, and we cannot make caricature of the blood of our heroes past simply because of your ego, simply because you are so jealous, simply because your DNA flows in envy. It is not about you, neither is it about me. I'm not going into our opening statement, but of course I need to touch on that when I go into our opening statement, and I'm going to touch into it in details, because this has become like a cancer that is eating us up. I've been doing this broadcast since 2017, and I've observed this cancer ripping into the heart of our struggle. I've observed this cancer ripping into the DNA of our people, and it's destroying things in this noble family. And we need to get our act together. We need to get our act together as soon as possible, because it's neither about you or neither about me. You are nothing. I am nothing. Biafra is the only thing that matters. You are nobody. I am nobody. Biafra is the only thing that matters. And that's what it should be. Because you don't like me should not make you allow your envy, your jealousy to get the better side of you to destroy what we are doing. Thinking that you are destroying Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha. Thinking that you are destroying another comrade. But at the essence of it, you are destroying what we are doing, what we have all subscribed to, and that is to restore Biafra. If they tell you to pay 1 rand, you will not pay it because you hate somebody. And you think you are doing it to that person. You are actually destroying yourself. You are destroying the gospel. You are destroying the struggle from its grassroots. You sit there, you calculate, you said, no, but if I pay this 1 rand, this person is going to enjoy. This person is going to get a cent from it. Why should I pay it? Rather, let this thing die. That is how wicked, that is how jealous, that is how envious we are. And with envy, jealousy, greed, we cannot restore Biafra, because it will always stand in the way. It will always stand in the way. Do you know why? Because if I am the one who is at the finishing touches to get Biafra, and then you look up and they say to you, please throw us a coin, 1 rand, he is almost there, he's just about to get Biafra, you will say, no, because it's Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha who is at the finishing touches, let Biafra not come. This is who we are. Look at yourself. Search your heart. Search your soul. We are so wicked to the core. We come, we shout, all hail Biafra, IPOB one family. But right deep inside us, we are so wicked to the core. You think if you hate me, you are doing anybody a favor? You are doing yourself a favor? No, you are destroying yourself. You are destroying the dream of your children. You are destroying the dream of a nation. It is not about me. Neither is it about you. Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? Biafra is greater than you and me. So why should you always allow your envy, your greediness, your jealousy? And when you hammer, you didn't achieve anything. You cannot do nothing. But when you see somebody who can do better than you, common English word, you cannot mutter. Common English word, you cannot mutter. But when you see somebody who can do better than you want the grave, you want the ground to open so that you can enter into the ground. And then you call yourself a freedom fighter. Freedom fighters are selfless people. Freedom fighters are so selfless, it's not funny. Freedom fighters are ready to lay down everything that matters to them. Our leader has been a case study. He has shown us the way. He has led by example. He lost everything. He lost his parents. That is freedom fighting to the core. What have you lost? Nothing. You have lost zero. All you have added to this struggle is gossip, jealousy, envy. If you see anything that will make Biafra to come even more quicker, you will fight against it because your enemy, according to you, your enemy is the person spearheading it. Now I ask you, can you do what that your enemy is doing, your so-called enemy? Can you do what he is doing in the struggle? No, you cannot. You will see a coordinator. And he is coordinating well. But because you hate him, because you don't like his guts, you rather allow that unit to die. You rather allow that unit to die than that coordinator to continue. And you think you are dealing with that coordinator. No, you are dealing with Biafra. You are destroying the essence of what we believe in. You are destroying that thing which we subscribe. You are making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's job very difficult for him because of your envy, because of your greed, because of your jealousy. And this is what we go through every day. You will ask people to contribute money in the units, which is what they know is their job and their duty, their obligations to the struggle, to get something moving. They will not because they don't have the money, no, but because why would it be this person who is in charge? Why would it be this person who is at the helm of affair? You are sabotaging yourself. You are fighting yourself. How stupid can you be? You are so stupid, it's not funny. You are so stupid, it's not funny. This is why white people are better than us. This is why Oyibo is better than us. Before they subscribe to something, they know exactly what they're getting themselves into. They will sit down and decide and think about it if they want to go into it or not. If they don't want to go into it, they just leave it. But a black man, a black thing will know that I don't like this thing. Get away from it. He will not get away from it. He wants to be inside there to destroy that thing. Do you see how wicked we are? No, tell me if I'm lying. Tell me. That is how wicked we are. You go in there, you form your own group, your own small gang of thieves. You form your own small gang of vandals. And then you begin to say, okay, our agenda is to make sure this coordinator does not succeed. Our agenda is to make sure this broadcaster does not succeed. Our agenda is to make sure this PRO does not succeed. Our agenda is to make sure that this national coordinator does not succeed. Our agenda is to make sure that this rep does not succeed because we hate him. We don't like his guts. And you've forgotten why you came into that struggle for the first time. And the day you came into that struggle, you did not work hand in hand with that coordinator. You did not work hand in hand with that broadcaster. You did not work hand in hand with that PRO. You did not work hand in hand with that welfare officer. No, you came alone. You came alone because you said, I want to restore Biafra. You came alone because you felt you're a freedom fighter. You came alone and you took an oath alone. And suddenly now you want to destroy that same thing you are fighting for. How else can you destroy Biafra? How else can you destroy the struggle if not by destroying your fellow comrade and making his work a living hell? You gossip around. Oh, do you know that they gave him such amount of money? And you didn't even ask yourself, what is that money for? Maybe that money is for him to go to another zone to go and preach the gospel. Maybe that money they gave him is for him to go and buy battery to recharge something. Maybe that money they gave him is to ensure that the loudspeaker is speaking very well. But because you see money, because you see money, your eyes spike out from his bulb, from his socket. And you don't want to mind your own business and do that which you know you can do better to get us Biafra. No, you won't. You want to interface. You want to get into other people's wing. You want to play other people's position. And yours is leaking. You know what it's like? It's like in a soccer match. You are playing defense. Maybe you are playing 2 or 5. And you leave your position as a final defense. And you go and start playing a midfielder. Maybe playing 4 or 8. Forgetting that your own wing is leaking. Your own wing is leaking. You have not covered your own wing. You have not protected your own wing. But you want to go and play 8 or 4. Because you are so jealous. It's in your DNA. It runs in your blood. As a matter of fact, you're not supposed to be in this struggle at all. We don't need people like you. We need selfless people. We need people who will put out their hand in their pockets, take out money, support the struggle. To them, it doesn't matter who is spearheading it. As far as they know, they've given to the cause. But for you, you will not give a cent, but you want to die on other people's money. And I call you Unyushi. You're a thief. And when you look at it, it's people who don't even have a cent that does all this rubbish. People who doesn't have a cent. Most of them are the one who does all this rubbish. They won't contribute, but they want to know who contributed and who is going to use that money. What is it going to be used for? They are the people who will question everything, but they will not contribute a cent. I can understand that you contributed 1 million rand and you want to know what it's used for, but you won't commit a cent, but you want to know what it's used for. You are a thief. You are a thief. That's what I said. You want to reap where you did not sow. If you know you are not cut out for freedom fighting, what are you doing here? What are you doing in the struggle? Go home and rest. Allow people who are made naturally for freedom fighting to do it. There are people who are created for it. There are people who are born for it. Don't come here and become a nuisance to what we are doing. I need to pray, and then of course I will come back and we will continue. This is Radio Biafra SADEC, and of course, it's unbelievable. Our people are so difficult. It's not funny. Our people are so you cannot describe them. You sometimes you ask yourself, what exactly do they want in life? What exactly do they want? Let us pray.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwu Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nanying Kebine Ligwe, Kahagedin Song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwu Abiama, believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you, and doing the work that I expect them to do. I also direct Radio Biafra not through any power which I possess or any extraordinary knowledge, but by your grace, O Lord. By your grace, we honor you and we adore you. I know that some people listening, including the British, may not understand what we are doing. But there is nobody in Britain that answers Nwachukwu, the child of heaven. We do. Therefore, when we worship our Father, people should not try to be jealous. They should not feign ignorance or misunderstanding, because we are ancient people.
The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. So shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. Windows and curtains, green lights be breathing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives come to ashes. When I ponder one reminisce, the action that is in Alice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. We go carry the cross together, we walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory was done. There will know, there will know. our God will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us. Yeah, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising, it's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. Windows and curtains, green lights be everything. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives come to ashes. When I ponder one reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. We go carry the cross together, we walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory will stand.
Biafrans, wonderful people, beautiful people, I welcome you back. Of course, it is Radio Biafra SADEC, and yes, we are the people of the East, irrespective of what we are going through in the hands of people who are supposed to be directing us, and of course, people who are supposed to be complimenting us. And when I say that, of course, I'm speaking about your fellow comrade. We must continue, because at the end of the day, this is a personal race, and we must run it relentlessly. Of course, if you are waiting for somebody to come and tap you on the shoulder and say to you, you are doing well, then you are mistaken, unless you don't know the tribe we came from. It is a tribe of envy, a tribe of greed, a tribe of jealousy. Of course, this is who we are. We cannot run away from it, but we will always continue to pray and ask Elohim to change us, to make us a better person. There is nothing so powerful, there is nothing so sweet, there is nothing so magnificent than when you are running a race and your comrade come and say, keep on, comrade, keep on, keep moving on. Nothing is happening. That is something that gives you the morale boost. That is the only morale boost you need from your comrade. You don't need financial remuneration. You don't need anything. You just need that encouragement. But of course, since it is not coming through, what do? You continue the race, knowing at the back of your mind that you are here for a purpose. You are in IPOB to restore Biafra. You are not in IPOB to look unto man, because if you are here to look unto man, trust me, you will jump out of the window as soon as possible. All right, good morning once again. I welcome you if you are only joining us right now. This truth must be preached. We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. That is why I don't hold back. I say it the way it is. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. As long as what I'm saying, I can defend it. As long as what I'm saying is the truth, I don't give a damn who you are. You can feel any way you are. But the best thing for you to do, if you are touched, if this word is for you, if this message is for you, change your life. Otherwise, you can go to hell for all I care. All right, we must continue. It is Radio Biafra, SADEC, and of course, we are the people of the East. My name is once again Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha, and this is my opening statement.
Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home. They took our brothers and sisters, they put them in jail without trial or court case. They are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in number. They want to stop our freedom, but the Elohim say no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom, give us our freedom, It's right of the people that cheated for their freedom. When you're not with them any good, give us our freedom. And you say we are asking for too much. The freedom of our people, the life of innocent souls. The over 3 million people you kill because of genocide you're committing every day in our land. Hello, he said we must go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra, oh oh. The land of rising sun, the blessed land of our Biafra. We are going home. When the enemy's lighting up, we are going home. By the name of Chukwu.
I need to, try to take a deep breath. I need to take it slow. I need to take it steady because the way it is in my heart this morning, I am really ready to blow up because this is something that I have been observing. One thing about me is that I can observe something for years and I don't say a word. You can even go and lie against me, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. In as much as I am on the radio, I will never come on the radio to defend myself. People who knows me knows better. I've never come on a radio before to say, oh, somebody said this about me. It is not true. This is how it happened. I don't do that. I don't have time for rubbish. If you lie against me, it is, as a legal person, I understand that he who alleges must be able to substantiate that which he or she alleges. If you say that I am a thief, it is your responsibility to go and convince people. Prove to them with facts and figure why I'm a thief. If you say I'm a liar, it is your duty. Go and convince people because you started the story and you must finish it. I will not glorify you or glorify your lies by coming to defend myself. That is something I don't do. People who knows me since 2017 knows never have I ever come on radio to defend myself. And that is just who I am. So what am I talking about this morning in my opening statement? And I want you to listen and pay close attention. If this affects you, instead of you to hiding under your immorality, instead of you hiding under your guilt and boasting in it, why not make a change for the best? This is freedom fighting. This is IPOB. You know why I love my brother K4 in Osiwu? People are unique in their own way, And one thing about me in life is I don't care what you say about people. I don't care. As long as there is something in them that I love. This is who I am, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. As long as there is something in them that I love, I hold on to that thing about them so tight. Do you know why? Because the Bible said, let him without sin cast the first stone. If you are telling me that this comrade is this or that, yes, he might be whatever you say he is. But the question is, how clean are you? You, the accuser, how clean are you? Our people says that, I don't know how to translate this to English, but this is our adage because everything that is happening today in life has already been seen by our ancestors, has been seen by our fathers, those who started this race before us, and they are putting everything in proverb. It is a guaranteed check. That is guaranteed. And that is why you should not be casting a stone if you know you are also filth. So what am I saying? You don't come to me and tell me about people. You don't. Since I started this broadcast, I have received many complaints about this person, about that person. People who have come to me with complaints, they know what I always tell them. I will say to you, okay, I've heard what you said. But you know what? We cannot run with this until we have proof. I believe in proof. I believe in evidence. Because I'm not going to assassinate somebody's character without proof. I am not going to assassinate somebody's character without having facts and figure in my hand. And then I believe you like that? No, it doesn't work like that. If you say that something is sweet, you must tell me how sweet it is. So if you are coming to me with complaint about Mr. This, Mr. That, Mrs. This, be prepared to be able to substantiate what you are alleging. If you go to court, before the court will even consider to hear your case, there has to be a prima facie. There has to be a prima facie evidence. If there is no prima facie, the court will throw your case out because the court is so packed. Their court roll is so full that they don't have time to waste listening to your fairy tales. That's why they always say, are there prima facie evidence to move on? If we move on with this case, is there a potential of getting a conviction? These are the things the court look into before they can decide, yes, we want to go on with this case. So what am I talking about in essence? I am not in the business of coming on air to talk about people, to defend myself or whatever. No, if you have anything against me, bring the evidence. If you have anything against anybody, bring the evidence. That is the way the world should be rolling, especially here in the structure of this freedom fighting outfit. When I love people, I hold on to one thing about them. I hold on. Why do I do that? Because I know nobody is complete. Nobody is perfect. Even me, I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But there has to be something about you that keep me going. I mentioned our brother, Foreign. I was using him as a, as a sample, as an evidence. How do I put it? As an example, I beg your pardon. I said, why was I mentioning Foreign? Foreign will always say, Ekere ono eke. He used that word all the time, ekere, ono eke. And over a period of time, I begin to, evaluate that word, ekere, ono eke. I begin to diagnose that word he uses. I begin to, tear it apart, quantify it to understand better what he meant by ekere, ono eke. And I have understood more and more. Foreign calls radio station. Please, my brother, if you're hearing your name, I'm just using it for example. Please, I am not saying anything about you. I'm just using your name because I got to use something that people know to teach them what they don't know. He says, Ekere ono eke. Then I think back, I say to myself, Foreign calls the radio station almost every day. Almost every day. Something some of us cannot be able to do. But he calls the radio station almost every day. He is doing his work. And when he calls the radio station, he admonishes, he encourages people. That is his work. And I bet you there are people who are so jealous, envy, because he calls the radio station every day. And they will tell you, but this guy, every time he wants to call the radio, he wants to show off. I am bringing it home. If it hurts you, if you are guilty, change. I've seen it all. I've seen a lot. And I'm going to tear it apart this morning without favor, without fear, nor mercy, nor favor at all. Just the truth, the way it is. You don't know me like this. I don't talk like this. But this morning, I decided I'm going to blow up and put it out there. Enough is enough. It is time for us to concentrate 100% on this struggle because this is what we are here to do. So I was talking about our brother, Foreign. Yes, he calls the radio, and then there are other things he does with regards to the issue of the satellite and whatever. I am not promoting him, but I'm just saying the facts. These are the things he's doing, and that is his own what? Job. That is what Foreign does. If you call Foreign to come and do broadcasts, maybe Foreign doesn't even know how to talk as a broadcaster. Maybe, I don't know if he does, but I'm saying maybe. If you call Foreign to come and sit on this desk that I'm sitting now to come and broadcast, Foreign might not know how to broadcast. If you call me and say to me, Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha, start calling radio station. When I call, I might not know how to talk so that people can listen. I might not know how to talk to draw attention. Do you understand? There are people who are coordinators and they are coordinating well. This is their job. If you ask them to be a PRO, they can never do it in this family. If you ask them to be something else, even though they're a coordinator, they don't even know how to be a national coordinator. If you want to promote them to national coordinator, they will say to you, I can't do this, seriously. I'm even struggling with coordinator. Why do you want to make me a national coordinator? That is their capability. That is their strength to be a coordinator, and they're doing it well. And there are people also in the family who are so jealous of them simply because they're a coordinator. Why should it be him? I've been in this struggle longer than him. He doesn't even know how to speak. He can't even speak English. He doesn't even know how to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do better. It's not supposed to be like that. Why don't you find your own strength? Why don't you find out what you can do better? Because I believe every man born of a woman, every man created by God has their own strong point and their low point. What is your strong point? Is your strong point ikashiri? Is your strong point jealousy? Is your strong point envy? Or is there something positive you can do to impact the life of Biafra, to impact the struggle? What is it? Have you ever sit down before and ask yourself, what is it that I do better? Because if you cannot find out what you do better, you are a useless person. You're not supposed to be alive. Because life is about purpose. And everybody alive must have a purpose in life. There must be something you do better. So I've spoken about Foreign and his slogan, and how he himself is doing his own parts. I started broadcasting in 2017. Around May or something, I'm not sure, or earlier, it was earlier, 2017, I started broadcast. I went through a lot, but I took it because somebody once told me, in order for you to excel in broadcasting, you need to take a solo tape. You need to take out your wool and close your ears. Why? Because people are going to say stuff about you. You probably will expect people to appreciate you. You will expect people to say, hey, you are so good. Hey, God bless you, this and that and that. And you might not be hearing that. But what you're hearing is the negative, accusations, allegations, things you don't know anything about. Don't ever respond. Don't ever respond. Don't ever come on air because you have access to microphone and begin to say, why did this comrade say this about me? It is not true. I did not do it. Blah, 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 blah. No, don't ever do that. Do you know why? Because now you have an advantage of microphone does not mean that you must use it for your own personal fight. If you want to fight, leave the microphone alone. Go on the ground. Fight with the individual. One-on-one, man-to-man. Don't use the radio. Don't use the microphone because this platform is meant to propagate the gospel according to Restoration of Biafra. It is not for your own fight. The person told me that. I didn't know what they were talking about. As I progressed in broadcasting, I begin to see a lot. My goodness me. But when, there is something about, that this will happen. And when it begins to happen, you don't react because you already know. So it made me stronger. I looked towards the goal, which is Biafra restoration. I look inward. Why did I join IPOB? I did not come into IPOB because of broadcasting. I was not hired to say, Mazi Ikechukwu, come, we want you to come into IPOB to broadcast. No, I was an ordinary member in IPOB. I was a floor member, which I am still today. I don't need posts. I don't need position. I've been approached with position before, and I turned it down. Heaven is my witness a couple of times. Of which, if I am into positions or whatever, maybe by now, I should probably be a national coordinator or even above that. I know 100% for sure. But I don't want to be. It's not my strong point. It's not my strong point. I probably cannot lead a unit. I don't know. I probably cannot be a national coordinator. I don't know. It's not my strong point. And I will never for one day look at the guy who is a coordinator and begin to jealous him or envy him. I will never one day look at the guy who's a national coordinator. I will rather appoint people and say, please, this person deserves to be a national coordinator. I can do that. If I'm approached and asked, what do you think? I will not say, no, take me. I am equal to the task. No, I don't want it. I'm happy with what I'm doing. This is why I'm in IPOB. This is what I'm called for. God has given me the talent to broadcast, and I'm doing it, and I'm happy about it, and that settles it. Let the people who are coordinator do their coordination. It's their talent. They are called for it. Let the people who are national coordinator do theirs. It's their job. They are called for it. I'm happy for them. I will give them all the support I can because they are called. So my comrade said, because anytime you begin to jump from one position to another, anytime you begin to improvise, you leave your own, you jump to this one. You want to know what is happening in finance. You want to know what is happening in a PRO position. You want to know what is happening in a national coordinator, a rep. My brother, you are Judas. You are Judas. You are not here to take us forward. You are what? Judas. Play your position. Let me play my position so we can get to Biafra. In a relay race, not everybody takes off the same time. People take up first. When they run, they hand the baton to the next people. Then the next people continue. They hand the baton to the other guy until they get to the last main line. And those are the people who are going to get the victory. They are the ones who are going to get the gold. And at the end of the day, all of them will come together and rejoice, float their flag, because collectively, they've achieved. Collectively. I'm sick and tired of hearing, you're not in finance, but every time for you is finance, 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 finance. You are not a coordinator, but every time you want to know what the coordinator is doing, where he's going, where he's coming. I'm not saying if there's any irregularity, you must not report. But don't go and begin to poke nose your nose where there is nothing. Don't go and begin to poke nose your nose where there is nothing, because you hate the guy who is in that position. Because you hate this guy. You hate his guts. You can't stand him. For that reason alone, you felt he should go. IPOB is not your father's company. IPOB is not your father's business. IPOB means the indigenous people of Biafra. It's a PLC. It's people's company. Everybody have a stake in it. Every Biafran have a stake in IPOB. It doesn't belong to a man. Why do you want to own IPOB? Why do you want to pretend like you must know everything that goes on in your unit? You're a cabal now. You must know what happens around you. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? You just joined IPOB like every other person. We all joined IPOB just like every other person. We all took oath just like every other person. Humility is very important. Humility in this struggle is very important. I've been receiving calls about 2 weeks ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, even up till now, I'm still receiving calls. People were asking me, we saw you on a video. You were taking oath. Mazi Ikechukwu, what happened? We saw you you are taking oath. Mazi Ikechukwu, you. Mazi Ikechukwu, why are you taking oath again? You know, I am the most humblest you can get as they come. Because I am not somebody who brags. I pray and I strive to live a life of emulation. When I look at our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want to be more like him. I want to be more like him. I want to live this simple life. Our leader is educated, but he doesn't come and brag it or whatever the case may be. I am educated. This is my second degree that I'm going on, irrespective of the diplomas that I have. But I still want to be loyal. I still want to be humble. Yes, I went to a meeting of IPOB here in Johannesburg. Because since I came back from Israel, it's been hectic. And I've been trying to arrange and get things sorted out. So I haven't been frequenting their meeting. So I attended the meeting. And then, of course, IPOB rules and regulations says, if you have been away from the meeting more than 3 times, you must retake your oath. Now, when I get there, it's easy for me to say, do you know who I am? I am Mazi Ikechukwu. When you're asking me to take oath again, I could say that. But no, I realize that this is Biafra. This is IPOB. It doesn't matter millions who are watching. And as a matter of fact, you know what's funny? The video that people saw me taking oath was taken by my phone. I asked my friend to take me the video while I'm taking oath. Because I could have, not take the video. People wouldn't have seen it. But I said, no, take it. I want the world to see it. I am taking oath again. Mazi Ikechukwu, I am taking oath again. I joined IPOB in 2015 and I took oath. But I'm retaking my oath because the regulations said, if you haven't been around, you must retake oath. I was in Israel. But I came back to base. And the rules say you must retake your oath. And I did that. It doesn't take away anything from me. I am still talking on the radio today. It doesn't stop me from being Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. It doesn't stop me from talking on the radio. But some of us would have gone wild and said, who the hell are you to tell me that? Do you know who I am? You want me to take oath again? And then you realize that all those shenanigans, they ain't taking us to nowhere. They ain't taking us to no place. In summary, in concluding, what am I talking about? Play your position. Let me play my position. Take your envy, take your greed, take your jealousy, shelve it. Stop fighting against the things that are moving us forward. Like for instance now, here in South Africa, Radio Biafra Motherland is what brought South Africa to the map. Radio Biafra Motherland is what brought South Africa to the map. Today we have Radio Biafra SADEC as well to add to it. Any day you are fighting against this Radio Biafra Motherland and Radio Biafra SADEC, you are a witch. You are musu. Iba musu. Ideju ogugu. You will not step aside, but you want things to stop because maybe you don't like who is doing it. The question is, if they call you, can you do it? It's a very simple question. If they give you the opportunity, can you do it? If you can do it, then that's right. Come out and do it. The way you want to do it, the way you want it to be done. Stop fighting that thing, that particular thing that brings you up. Because when you fight that thing that brings you up, the way you will drop like you never know. You will drop to zero. You will drop to ground zero. In many branches, not even here in South Africa, all over IPOB worldwide, people are fighting things, the essence that keeps them going. They fight it, thinking they are fighting against the man at the helm of events, whereas they are fighting against a collective effort. You are frustrating us. You are frustrating what we are doing because of your own personal greed, because of your own personal jealousy and envy. You sit at home, you take your calculator, you calculate everything. You minus, you subtract. Unbelievable. I want to close by saying that, when I started broadcasting since 2017, there is one man, yes, and I'm saying it categorically. I'm saying it without pulling punches. I'm saying it without fear nor favor. There is one man whom has been, oh my God. It doesn't matter whatever he does to me. He has offended me many times. Yes, he has offended me. Probably he doesn't know about it. But when I think of what he has done good, I chose to forget the bad he has done to me. And this is how life should be. Don't always count on the evil that people did against you. Sometimes think about the good they've done as well. This man I'm talking about here is nobody else than Chukwudi, Mazi Chukwudi. He is the SADEC rep. Mazi Chukwudi. I can tell you now, beside Biafra, beside that I know why I'm in IPOB, he is that man that, keeps me going. Chukwudi. He is that man. He is so caring. If it's possible for him to do whatever it takes, to do anything, he will do it. I'm telling you. He's a very humble man. Very soft-spoken. I've known him since 2015. When I joined IPOB, he was my coordinator. Even before I met Chukwudi one-on-one, Chukwudi, I've been sending money to him for my dues. I've been sending money for him for my contributions in IPOB. Yet I don't know him. I haven't seen him before. Until after a few months, he said to me, don't you want to meet the person you are sending money to? And then I finally met him. And ever since then, 2017, till date, he has been there. He has been the source of my strength by the grace of God. He has been pushing. He has been ensuring that this Radio South Africa, Radio SADEC, Radio Motherland is on air. Chukwudi. I'm not saying that other people are not supporting. Yes, they are. But of course, he is a leader. He is in the forefront. If anything goes wrong, you will call him. If everything goes fine, you probably will call every other person. People call the leaders when things goes wrong. Chukwudi has been there. He has been, I don't even know how to quantify him. And I'm being, from the bottom of my heart, I'm saying it. There is nothing more powerful. There is nothing more graceful than when you are doing something and your fellow comrade comes and tap you on the shoulder and say, continue, you are doing great. And then you tap your comrade on the shoulder and you say to him, continue, you are doing great. It complements us. We complement each other by doing that. Instead of tearing one another down, instead of gossiping against one another, instead of working hard to make sure your colleague fails, try to encourage them. Try to tap them on shoulder. And I'm saying this morning, Elohim will bless you. He will continue to keep and protect you. He is doing a great and marvelous work in this southern region. From the post of a coordinator, he has been able to excel to SADEC rep. A very quiet young man. You probably might not know who he is because he's not the type that wants to be on the radio every time to shout and scream. No. He does his own things quietly, and he always have a good motive all the time. His motive is to ensure that South Africa IPOB continue progressing. SADC IPOB continue progressing. I am not blowing his trumpet, but I'm telling you, it's been on my mind since 2017, and I cannot. And I want to encourage him to continue. Elohim is with him, and we are with him. And then, of course, together we will all restore Biafra. Does this message affect you? Does it make you angry? Does it make you angry? If it makes you too much angry, instead of you to die, why don't you change? Why don't you ask yourself, am I guilty as charged? If you are guilty as charged, that's what we call mitigating. We will mitigate, and then of course when you mitigate, your sins will be forgiven by Elohim. You will continue saying to yourself, from now onwards I will work towards the restoration of Biafra. I will work to ensure that every mercenaries in place for the restoration of Biafra, I will support it. Don't fight against yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't think when you're sabotaging Radio Biafra, you are sabotaging the person at the helm of it. No, you are sabotaging yourself. You are sabotaging Biafra. Don't think when you are sabotaging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are doing it to him. No, you are doing it to Biafra as a whole. You are doing it to those who are dead. This struggle is not about you. You are nobody. This struggle is about Biafrans who have died since 1940 till date. You are nobody. You are just a chunk in the ocean. Biafra is too big, massive, more than me and you. We are whiter than white, and we are whiter than snow. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha, and these are my opening statements.
We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not. Freedom. We are going. Freedom. In the name of Chukwu. We are free. No enemy can stop what Chukwu Ike has ordained. We are going. We believe in the name of Chukwu Ike. Chukwu Kasiyani. No one can battle to Chukwu Ikabiama. The God of Biafrans is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go, go, go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Chukwu Ikabiama. Whether the enemy likes it or not, we are going home by the name of Chukwu Ikabiama. We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not. Freedom. We are going. Freedom. In the name of Chukwu Ikabiama. We are free. We are free in the name of Chukwu. If you believe, say this with me. Chukwu Kasiyani. When we have no bomb, you call us terrorists. When we have no gun, you are shooting us. When we move around the streets with our flag, you call us terrorists. Tell me now, let me know. Innocent protesters moving around the streets, you call them terrorists. What about us raping our mothers, killing our brothers, raping our sisters, killing our fathers, killing innocent souls? What will you call those people? I ask you, Mr. Right. Your people are walking free in the street with their guns, killing our fathers and mothers, taking their lives away from us, claiming the ownership of another man's land. Mr. Right, what do you do? You did nothing. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for our freedom. It's our right. Ipob. Long live. My name is Osita Molobo. God bless our people. God will grant us our request. Very soon, we shall be free. By the name of Chukwu Kikadama, we are going home. By the name of Chukwu Kikabiyamo, we are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, we are going freedom. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiyamo, we are free. No enemy can stand for Chukwu Kikabiyamo. We are going. We believe in the name of Chukwu Kikabiyamo. Chukwu Kasiyanile, Biafra. Biafra.
The time, the whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. It's what we've been through. We are far from being good, but we are blessed by Chukwu Kikabiyama. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. So shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be everything. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the clock strike, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives come to ashes. When I ponder down one reminisce, the actions I see malice. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly, our beautiful flag all around the world. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly, our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together, we walk through to Zion, we stumble, we'll rise. How the victory was done. It's the west from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. I still be shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know, they will know, they will know. The sun is rising. Wave your flag anywhere you are. It's just the sun is rising. The
unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are undeniable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home. They took our brothers and sisters, they put them in jail. Without trial or court case, they are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in number. They want to stop our freedom, but the Elohim say no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom. Give us our freedom. Rise up the people that cheated for their freedom. When you're not in them any good, give us our freedom. And you say we are asking for too much. The freedom of our people, the life of innocent souls. The over 3 million people you kill because of genocide you're committing every day in our land. Elohim said we must go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra. Oh, oh. The land of rising sun, the blessed land of our Biafra. We are going home.
Whether the enemy's blessings or not, we are going home.
By the name of Chukwu,
In the name of Chukwu, we are free.
whether the enemy likes it or not.
Whether the enemy's blessings or not,
Freedom,
we are going home.
freedom, in the name of Chukwu.
By the name of Chukwu, we are free.
No enemy can stop what Chukwu Ike has
Whether the enemy's
got.
blessings or not, we are going
We
home.
believe in the name of Chukwu
By the
Ike.
name of Chukwu,
Chukwu Asiganile.
Asị na osisi sọ mmadụ n'anya ọ bụrụzi n'onye otu anya. Na mbụ mere na amaghị ama agbọbụrụ kpachara anya maka na osisi sozi mmadụ n'anya na abụ
lovers of freedom. You all are welcome back to Radio Biafra SADEC News Report. Today is the 23rd of December 2020 and I am Wada Chisom at Biafra. Listen to today's headlines and the stories in details. No going back on Eastern Security Network, IPOB. The indigenous people of Biafra has told the federal government of Nigeria, Southeast and South-South governors and security agencies that its newly established ESN is a child of necessity that has come to stay. IPOB said government must stop terrorism before thinking of stopping ESN. In a statement by the Media and Publicity Secretary, Emma Powerful entitled Stop Terrorism First Before Attempting to Stop ESN. IPOB described the statement credited to Governor Dave Umahi on behalf of his colleague governors as one coming from Lilivet people. IPOB described the statement as cowardly and nothing but a shameful display of irredeemable enslavement and loyalty to their caliphate slave masters who in the first place appointed them as governors. Barely 2 weeks of the launch of ESN, Nigerian government announces its plan to stop roaming of herdsmen nationwide. The presidency has said that it has to stop herdsmen from roaming all over the country to prevent clashes with farmers. The senior special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said this when he appeared on Channels Television Sunrise Daily on Tuesday. Shehu blamed the roaming of the herdsmen on the drying up of grazing land in the northernmost part of Nigeria. He also expressed delight that governors of the North Central are coming together to solve the problems of grazing. I wish she was rescued like Kankara schoolboys. Leah Shaibu's father recounts grief as daughter spent 34 months in captivity. Nathan Sharibu, father to Leah Sharibu, the only remaining student abducted by Boko Haram insurgents from the 2018 Dapchi school kidnapping who have not been released, has appealed to the Nigerian government to secure the release of his daughter. Leah was 14 years old at the time she was kidnapped. She will be spending her third Christmas this year in Boko Haram captivity if she is not released by Friday. COVID-19. Failure to wear mask would land you in jail, Lagos state government warns. Lagosians have been warned that failure to wear a mask in public would land them to jail. This was disclosed on Tuesday afternoon by the state government in a tweet. Lagos State, which is the epicenter of COVID-19 pandemic in the country, has witnessed a recent spike in the rate of infection. The governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, have been in isolation for over 1 week due to the disease. 400 Obibo residents still missing months after military raid. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law Inter-Society has said that Nigeria Army arrested and detained over 400 Obibo residents in Rivers State, all Christians and mostly Igbo citizens. The human rights group said out of the 400 or more, 150 have been discovered to be held indefinitely and incommunicado in secret army and police dungeons located in Abuja FCT without court trial. Inter-Society Chairman Mr. Emma Umabalasi said in a statement that 52 defenseless Obibo residents, all Judeo-Christian Igbos, were recently rescued and their release secured through 3 different courts and 4 processes in Niger State. Nigerian military invade Andoni local government area of Rivers State, born as an amateur fishing community. More details coming soon. Thank you for joining us. Please join us on Thursday for another version of this news. I am Wada Chisom at Biafra.
na-eje ka ụgbọ n'aka ọtụtụ obere akwa gbara ọsọ ebe ndị eze ụfọdụ ndị eze ndị ukwu nabatara ha nkọma werezienụ nwayọ nyụba na ha faji aka uwe nyụwa ndị Igbo anya faji ikwe mmiri iwe nyụba anya anya o akụwe na-agụm Igbo nwanne ebe mmiri jide Igbo na-egbusisi ụmụaka wee bebe nye na-anyị mmiri onye eze nye na-anyị mmiri o ihe ndị Awụsa na n'ụdị nye mmiri papa bọzie na-anyị nya mmiri etu akụm Igbo si were nwụsịsị ya n'otu n'otu ọbara ruru ka mmiri o akụkọ a na-ewutekwa m n'obi anya ekwu ka na-ekwu barapụzi ugwu kpọdatazi na n'ihi ọkwa egburu na ana Asaba egburu na anị Enugu egburu m Igbole n'ihi na ndị ajọ obi na-achị ọchịchị osi n'ịba n'ọhịa ọtịrị onye pụta n'ụzọ anya bụ efi a na-achịzili mmadụ ọbụ efi umi ka anya anyị mepee
Shout our numbers this morning. All right, you can call people of the East to join the interaction this morning, and of course the numbers to call. All right, okay, I'm getting some belly noise. My goodness me. Let me I don't like the sound that I'm getting. No, I don't need the sound. I need to kill the sound. People, if you can bear with me, let me see what I can do. I don't want this to be
we spent our lives in playing a mystery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. It's what we've been through. We are far from being good, but we are blessed by Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. So shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can change us, nobody can send us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your waves will fly, and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright, all over the world. We are the every rhythm. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe. Black strength for some great
Right, the WhatsApp line again is +27 740 678 That is our WhatsApp line. So we have our main line, and we also on Skype, of course. Our Skype IDs as follows: Radio Biafra SADEC, Radio Biafra SADEC. That is our Skype ID. So let's get cracking. Let us talking. Let us join the interaction right now, because if there is anything we do best on this platform is to get Biafrans talking. All right, let me go to Skype. I think I have my brother, okay, Osiwo Elease Keronweke on Skype. Mazi, okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, my beloved brother, my comrade, good afternoon from
There we Obilosi, Osia Nwafo Hinatachi. Please go ahead. Go ahead, your friends are listening.
Yeah, my beloved brother, we appreciate you and comrade, and we appreciate our beloved leader, Mazi Namdi. Ukokal Kamal laws. Igama Kamal laws. Kamal laws. Chukokaba is his strength and all his lieutenants. But I think this DOS we have now is the best.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I expect this DOS is the best for now. They are doing a great. We love them. And we love all the hardcore Biafrans, every hardcore fanatical men of all everywhere you are. We appreciate them.
Mazi, sorry to interrupt, but before you go ahead, I want you to really explain to us, what do you mean by Ekeronreke? You know, you talk about it, we laugh about it. Sometimes people don't understand. I want us to hear it from the horse's mouth. What do you mean by Ekeronreke? Please go ahead.
Ekeronreke means division of labor. Like you have said it all. If you are coordinator, say you are coordinatorship. If you are PRO, say they are Piaman Bamba Geola. Anyone, whichever one you know, if you carry your warrant and they got that side now, to Chukushi Yola. You cannot say in DOS you are in security. You are media. You want to know what is in media. You cannot. It's not possible. Mazi, there are characters, there are men. Often na mwabu fuchi neki Yola. Onye obla mwebe Chukwu like the music you play today. Pass message.
So my brother,
we appreciate them. Our people are great. DOS is doing wonderfully. Man, there is one intel that is coming now, signaling. That's why I just came to make this announcement.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, having a serious intel, very, very disturbing intel. If you are a principal officer, if you are in the high ranking, you want to go through Iguacha, you are going to Biafra land, please change that ticket. There is a plan to kidnap the person in the airport in Iguacha. Please, if you are high ranking, if you're a principal officer, you want to go through Iguacha, they're expecting somebody there, but the name, they couldn't give the name. You understand? So our people should be very, very careful now. Career statement.
Absolutely.
So please, if you are on this DOS, if you are principal officer anywhere, and you got your ticket to travel to Biafra land via Iguacha, my beloved comrade, change that ticket, please. Please. This is very, very serious. We are having the interbrand kind of here. Yeah, Mazi, this is why I come here this morning, and very soon we are coming to make some announcement as regards to our radio stations. And we are making sure now that the whole Biafra land, by grace of Elohim, all of them get GFM now appear in December. Mas, do you know that this our volunteer have done wonderfully work? There is no more patrol of Namas in Biafra land. And we are trying to make sure that all this is what do you call that? What is a stop and search? What the checkpoints? The Biafra land must be free. Biafra land must be free, my brother. This is why I come. I remain okay for no. So you can help my brother.
Thank you very much. All right, we welcome that, and of course you've heard that. If you are a principal officer and you are planning to go home via Port Harcourt Airport, of course Iguacha, beg your pardon, please have a rethink. Either you don't go or you cancel the ticket, of course, just know that you must not go through that avenue because they are planning, they are waiting for whoever. And of course, we don't know the whole details, but just this is the tip of the iceberg. We keep on telling you that our intelligence is next to none. We know it before it happens. Chukwu Okike Abiama always reveal the plans of the enemies for us before it even happened at all. All right, we must continue. I think I have a caller on WhatsApp. Let me see if I can take this one. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the people of the East. Please, your names and where you're calling from.
Okay, sir. My name is Monday. I'm calling from Zoo.
Which part of the zoo are you calling from? In the zoo there are departments. Which departmental area of the zoo?
No. our leader call us Zoo. So me, I cannot deny it. It's the truth.
Because you are not. You are not a zoo animal. Even though you are in the zoo, we know who we are. Please go ahead.
People are living in a zoo here. They are living like a zoo animal now.
Absolutely.
So that's why our leader call us a zoo. Me, I cannot deny it. So I'm from Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State, calling from Biafra land.
All right. What's your names, please? Mazi, your names, please.
My name is Monday from Ogun State.
All right. Go ahead.
I beg. What I want to tell you, I beg. Oyibo skwara anyị kele ọnụ.
Yeah, you man get go.
Biko ihe chọrọ ịgwa unu n'ebe a bụ na ọrụ na-arụ n'ebe a bụ Chukwu na enyu na ihe ọbụla onye ọbụla chọrọ. Arụtọ anyị ma nọ na arụtọ dị anyị n'ihe unu na-eme. Ihe unu na-eme ka na-amasị anyị. Ihe anyị na-ekpe ekpere bụ ka mgbe ọ ga-ese eti mgbe a ga-amachi na zoo. Anyị nwa nọ na zoo anyị nọ na-eche mgbe ọ ga-ahapụ ndụ. Anyị na-eche anytime. Ama m na since our leader wepụtara Eastern Security Network ka m gwakwa gị na ihe ndị politics na-emecha na East otu a na-eteta ịta ọnụ na ka m gwa gị ọ bụ na amachi ya na ndị a ga-emecha gba ọsọ all of them ka m gwa gị eziokwu ihe a na-ekwu na abụọ just na ha jọsụrụ ebido ọrụ na ndị na anyị ga-agbacha ọsọ n'ala Igbo. So ihe ọzọ m na-agwa gị bụ o nwere some our boys na-anọcha na forest na practice some ihe dịka weapon biko ọ bụghị ihe ọbụla practice ka a ga-post na online should in case o setu ka onye ọbụla bupụta nke o ji bịa biko ọ bụla ihe ga na-eme announcement n'ebe ahụ ọ bụ ihe ọbụla ha practice na forest ka a ga na-egosi na online.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you, my brother, for that. Of course, noted. I just want to say something. Sometimes when you post where our ESN men are displaying, their propelled hand grenade and the rocket propelled and all the stuff, people keep on saying, no, don't show our weapon, don't show this, don't show that. Yeah. I need you to understand one thing, this is how it is and this is how it's supposed to be. Whether you hide it or you don't hide it it makes no difference because at the end of the day, it is better your enemy knows your capability, what you can do. It doesn't mean that you're showing the enemy everything because what you are showing is just one hand-propelled grenade and one propelled rocket and you think that is it? No, it is not. But just to show them that, you know what? We can do it. We can do what you can do. And when your enemy begin to understand your capability and what you can do, it will bring respect. Do you understand? Now, let me tell you one thing. Somebody said, and I quote, that the worst people to fight with are volunteers, those who have nothing to lose. Do you think that a zoo army that is being paid, that is working or rather in the army because of his stomach and his family, will go all out to fight Biafra land just because he wants to get paid? He doesn't want to die. No zoo military man wants to die. They want to live. They want to live and steal. They want to live and do all the rubbish and rape and kill. They don't want to die. But a volunteer is ready to die. A volunteer will fight till the end. So attacking a volunteer or going into Biafra land to declare a war on Biafra will be the worst mistake the zoo called Nigeria will ever make in their miserable history. Do you understand me? So, if you are the person advising the zoo, you will tell them to think twice. ESN, Eastern Security Network, is a no-go area. It is more like a trap, a dead trap for the zoo, which I know they will jump into it because you know the zoo, how much I hear? They will think, oh, show of force. Yeah, crocodile smile 24, crocodile smile 110. And they will see it in their eyes. So basically, it's like we're doing them a favor. We are saying to them, you know what? It is no longer business as usual. It is no longer when you come into Biafra land, you kill us at will and you go free. This is where we draw the line. But if the zoo still want to, which I know they will eventually, let them come. It is well. All right, we must continue. It is Radio Biafra SADEC. We are the people of the East, and we are taking your call live and direct here. Johannesburg is where we at, live and direct, reaching humanity across the whole four corners of the world. Ebenile Owasochoro, and this is where our gospel is flowing like a river, reaching out. Let me go to WhatsApp. I think I have a caller there. Caller on WhatsApp, if you can hear me. People of the East, good morning.
Good morning, people of the East. Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha.
Machineke.
Will continue to bless you.
You say, and bless you,
you
too.
Know, my name is Mazi Ikechukwu Kadibia Okori. I am from Aro Opareze, and I'm calling you from United Kingdom.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I've been listening to you this morning and your analysis and what have you. You know, when our leader used to say consistency, that is what we need and that is what you are. I've been listening to you from when Motherland and from Motherland before we know started listening.
That's a long time. So, thank you very much. I'm so humbled.
Yeah. So before we know it, I was not hearing about you. Before you know it, we started hearing of you in Middle East. And from Middle East now, you come down again to people of the East, Radio Biafra SADEC.
We must continue.
This is consistency.
We must continue, my brother.
You understand?
Hashtag we move.
So, upon that you are in Israel, I think you were studying or you're doing law or something like that, because I remember hearing you on the radio telling, we have not heard of you. And you said, man, you have to do other things. And don't doing all those other things, you still come back to do the radio. You see, when we talk about Biafra, Biafra is in somebody's blood. If Biafra is in your blood, that's nothing anyone can tell you.
Absolutely.
I want to say, when I look at our people, I look at Igbo people, Igbo Biafrans, somehow do say, are we all right? Some of them, these people that they call Igbo politicians, because we keep calling them our leaders, they are not our leaders. We keep calling them our elders. They are not our elders, because if they are, elders go to their children. If you come to Europe here, Europe doesn't talk anything that which is not the young ones and the old ones. Especially here in the UK, the old people, the employment that the old people create in this country called the UK, I don't think all the industry in Nigeria created. Only the old people taking care of old people here in the United Kingdom, the employment, they give millions of employment to people. Even most of all these our people yapping here and all what have you, that is the job they do to feed their family. But in Nigeria, in the zoo, they don't care about the young. They kill the young. They don't care about the old. They kill the old. You see video of old people living in a very tattered place alone and all what have you. It doesn't happen here. And these people that we call our elders or our politicians, most of them studied in this I know when Modo was in United Kingdom here looking for a girl that will bear children for him. I don't know if the wife cannot be pregnant or something like that. But Modo did this thing in London here, searching cooking of for young girls. But today he's in Nigeria and seeing what is going on in Nigeria. And this man has become I don't know the people he is controlling. That bone that have gone across the throat of those people, they cannot speak up. You call yourself an elder, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly created what you see that will protect both even the army that is killing people there. Eastern Security Network is going to protect that army, protect his or her family, the police, the same thing, the defense, whatever. And you are kicking against it. Are you all right? Did you suck your mother's breast? Did you ever put your mother's breast in your mouth to suck, to grow? Or did they I don't know what, or maybe you were the one of those that were sucking the anus of a cow. What the hell? What are we people talking? Do you know, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha, if the elders of the East stood firmly behind the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the way other people, the other young ones, I will bet you one thing. Let me bet you one thing now. The Northerners, the Franis, could have loved Nnamdi Kanu to be from them. They will call him a handing over president of Nigeria. I was in Lagos one day. I met a lady that came down from United Kingdom here. They called him, before this Buhari election, they called her, come back, going to be given a post in this government that is coming. And I met her in Lagos. You understand me? He was here in London, a sporting car. But they called her, come, you're our own person. Do you know that if these people have they supported Nnamdi Kanu, today, they will be considering, do we accept this Igbo presidency or not? Is Igbo presidency better for us or is Biafra? This is what they will be contemplating now, and not this is their writing of letter begging, if you don't give Igbo presidency, it will happen, and that will happen. Do you remember when the northern governors were trooping to the east? Are they trooping to the east now? The only troop there is the one they troop to go and the Hitler, the Mr. White in Cross River, who doesn't know even his name. He said his name is Yes in Wike. He doesn't know what
Mazi,
is
summarize for me. Thank you very much.
He does not know the meaning of Wike. So, my brother, continue what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
God have revealed that we are going to go Biafra, and we are going to Biafra, nothing more. And that is how it will be.
Thank you very much.
In the mighty name of Chukwu
Thank you very much. And of course, we welcome that. We must continue. You know, some of you don't know. You know Nelson Mandela. When you hear the name Nelson Mandela, you are clapping. Hey, Nelson Mandela. But do you know that here in South Africa, some people believe that Nelson Mandela is a sellout, that he's getting too much credit that he shouldn't have gotten. Some people don't believe that Nelson Mandela is their savior. I'm talking about here in South Africa. But their elders came together and say, you know what, let us package Mandela. Even though he's not the best of the best, there are people who are better than Mandela in this country. People who fought harder than Mandela. Forget that he went to jail for 27 years or whatever. That is not all it takes to be a messiah or whatever for your people. But they said, let us package Mandela to the world so that the world will see him as this great man, as this messiah. But if you want to know the real truth about Mandela, come to South Africa and ask an average South African about Mandela. They are not singing his praises the way you outside the world are singing his praises. They know him better than you. But they packaged him anyway, and he became the face of South African freedom. The whole world embraced Mandela because his people packaged him. But in Biafra land, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being seen as this or that, no packaging. Even the people who are accusing him have no evidence or reason whatsoever not to support or package him to the whole world. Even some of you here that are talking, saying a lot of things, if they give you all this leadership in Igbo land, you probably will be worst. If they give you this leadership in Biafra land, you probably will be worse than Ohanes and Doshil and Diama. You will probably be worse than the Southeast, whatever they are, governors. You'll probably be worse. Because the problem with us Biafrans is that we talk too much. Oh, these people are this. Oh, Ndoshi Ndiama. But when it's going to be your turn tomorrow, you'll be worse than them. So when you're talking, you need to really evaluate yourself and understand that, it is not by a long shot. That's why we keep on saying that Biafra freedom is an individualistic effort. It is something that you must do on your own, And when you're doing it on your own, of course, it's going to give you the more, the more push, the more oomph that you need to do it even better to the best of your ability. All right, we must continue this Radio Biafra, SADEC. We are the people of the East. I think I've got a caller on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the main line. All right, Mazi, you are very, your voice is so low. I'm trying to see if I can get it up. Can you hear me, Mazi?
I can hear you very well, Mazi Ikechukwu. Good afternoon.
All right, let me try this.
There
we go. Please go ahead, Mazi.
I'm your neighbor. I'm calling from Mozambique.
All right, my neighbor. Go ahead, my neighbor. I'm listening.
Yeah. Before I said anything, I will say, Ikechukwu and bless my beloved leader, and bless our IPOB family member worldwide. He said, anybody that is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that person will never see good thing in his life. Anybody that is against Biafra restoration, that person will never see good thing in his life. Because we are suffering outside country. We are suffering here in Mozambique. So we want to do everything possible for us to go back to our home called Biafra. And we must go back to our home very soon. I sign off from here in Mozambique.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother, all the way from Mozambique, and we welcome that. Yeah, next caller on WhatsApp. I think I still got a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, people of the East, good morning.
Good morning. Are you talking to me?
Loud and clear, and the humanities are listening, Mazi. Please go ahead.
Thank you, my lovely brother, Mr. Ikechukwu Onuoha, the orator.
They want you.
Onugene.
Thank you very much.
Too much. Too much.
I'm humbled. Please go ahead.
We are very proud of you, my lovely brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Let me quickly introduce myself because when I introduce Kando Badamako.
All right.
My name is Ikechukwu Ebo. Ikechukwu Ebo, I'm from Mbano. Mbano is in Imo. Imo is in Biafra land. And I live in Spain here, Madrid. I am the deputy coordinator of Zone 5, San Cristobal, the adults. Now, Mr. Ikechukwu has Zone 5 on a rock. Wow. We are very formidable. Zone 5 is a very powerful zone.
That's beautiful.
So, I'm making them do Zone 5. Zone 5, God will bless Zone 5. San Cristobal, Zone 5, very excellent.
That's the way it should be.
Thank you, my lovely brother. Thank you. So, let me quickly go straight to the point. Before I will go straight to my point, there is one question you ask this our brother that lives in Poland. Okay, foreign.
Yes.
You ask him a question about Eke.
That's right.
Then let me go straight to the point. Eke means that is division of labor. Division of labor in English is breaking down of production process Division of labor is a breaking down of production process into different stages, such as Otononye Ndwaide, our leader, Ohamadike, the indomitable lion of Biafra. He is our leader. So his deputy is trying to take over from him. Are you getting my point now?
Loud and clear. Go
So
ahead,
deputy here, I have Lauren here, Chelsea they take his over, which is no longer a coroner again. The deputy, when he was a deputy, all the supposed running here as a deputy, our leader will do his own work as his boss. Now he wants to change the whole matter, then take the work of a boss from our leader. So, which is completely wrong. So to hell with him, to hell with that our deputy. So let me go straight to another point again, Bo. Another brother make a point to see that now our security people, our security men, our soldiers now on the ground to expose them. Mbano. That is wrong. Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. Do you know why America is scared of North Korea? Do you know why they are scared of North Korea? Why they quickly went and make peace with North Korea? The reason, let me just clear the reason, because North Korea proved to America that which America have, that they have it even multiple. And if care is not taken, they will use their own and strike America. And America was afraid. Then they come and they negotiate. They came and negotiated with the North Korea not to blow them. Because America have seen that North Korea have sophisticated weapon that can even destroy Washington in a blink of an eye, even White House in a blink of an eye. Because they show their own, they brought it out openly and shoot it, everybody see it. They challenge America, said if they make noise, they will use it and destroy them. Now, America has the only thing I get for peace. Just like what happened in what do you call it, in where America brought their problem. War, that was it, the other country, this Thailand side. They wanted to destroy Thailand in a blink of an eye.
Is that Vietnam? Is that Vietnam?
Vietnam, my lovely, thank you, my brother. Just like what happened in Vietnam. Then America thought that in a blink of an eye, they will wipe out Vietnam. Then Vietnam goes here that they are very strong. So that is exactly what really happened. So I am so happy as our men prove to Zoo country that they have that type of sophisticated weapon. They should go ahead and show it. I love it. And we are in support of them. God bless you, my Lord, because that is exactly what I want to do.
Thank you very much. All hail Biafra. Thank you very
brother.
much indeed. So you have spoken eloquently, and of course we welcome that. You know, it's amazing what we can do as Biafrans if given the opportunity. I mean, our fathers, they did it during the, genocidal war against Biafra in 1967, where they manufactured a lot of homemade, weapons, so Winigwe and all the propelled grenade. And of course, in this century, in this dispensation, our people, our youth are doing the same. Just like our brother rightly said, yes, you need to let your enemies know your capability. If you don't, they will slaughter you, and they will keep on slaughtering you. The reason why Fulani herdsmen goes about killing Biafrans is because in their mind, they believe we are useless. In their mind, they believe we cannot do nothing. Now, tell me, since the launch of ESN, how many Fulani bandits, or whatever they call them, have invaded Biafra land to kill, to rape? They will not, because they are coward in nature. Fulanis are coward in nature. They will not even venture to approach Biafra land, because even themselves, they don't want to die. They want to live. So we know exactly what we are doing, and we will continue to do what we are doing. This is Radio Biafra SADEC. Of course, we are the people of the East. We will be right back.
Open clash and stand together as one. Yeah, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising. Oh, your wave will fly and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us no slow. It's what we've been through. We are far from being good, but we are blessed by Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the rain of the tunnel. To shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can change us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? All your waves will fly, and be proud of who you are.
Please go ahead.
I want to appreciate, I want to appreciate your good work. How consistent you have been on this program. I've been following you all the way from Israel till SADEC in South Africa.
Thank you very much.
You. Keep it up.
Thank you, my
and
brother.
Don't look back to what people are saying. When you are getting it right, definitely people will come against you. Even some of your friends will criticize you, and because of the act of jealousness, they will criticize you. So keep up doing the good work. The masses are solidly behind you because you're getting it right. Mazi, I would have loved to say things, but the last caller, have said some of the things I wanted to say. Because I heard some people talking about our volunteers playing their military mind, like what the last caller said, exactly what happened between North Korea and America. If North Korea did not showcase what they have, America would have trampled on them and dealt with them. But because North Korea showcased what they have, America went for dialogue. And the Nigerian soldiers who are clamoring and making noise, even the useless Yerima Shetima making animal comments and useless noise, I want to tell him that he is bragging with the Nigerian military. This is not 1967 to 1970. This is 21st millennium. This is 21st century. I want him to understand also that if that thing they are looking for broke out today, that all the whole Southerners in the army will desert the army and come to defend their land. Because you could not tell me that somebody from Biafra land will be fighting against his brother in Biafra land, defending the Northerners. It is not possible. When they are bragging with this military, they should know that we have our own forces in the military.
Absolutely.
That will even come and substantiate the volunteers and the other people that are even ready. Because as I'm talking to you now, I am even ready. Understand me? Because what we are living currently is not what living. How can we be serving people who are supposed to be serving us? We have been treated like rags all over the world. Now we want to take what belongs to us, and everybody that stands against it must be crushed. And again, to all these sabos, useless organizers, who was Rike, the offer holder, the Razor, DJ Mekwadem. I want to tell them that they should stay clear. Once you are not in the line any longer, stay clear. Either you park by the side or you move away. Just get out of the side and stop distracting what other people are doing. Stop disfocusing our gallant people. We are focused, and they should take it to their heart that when this thing starts, every saboteur that will stand in the line will be crushed. This is my promise to them. So they should take it into their mind.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. You have spoken eloquently well, and of course, we welcome that. And of course, our people are making sense. I can tell you that. That's why we Parliament. It is a place you come, you lay your own thoughts on the table, and of course, the other person comes along and lay their own thoughts on the table. At the end of the day, you can go home taking something out from the table, because there will be a lot of suggestions, a lot of interesting comment that will make a difference in your life. This is what we all about. And if there is anything we do better here on the People of the East, we get Biafrans talking. All right, let's go to Skype and get another Biafran talking. I guess there's somebody on Skype. Call on Skype if you can hear me. People of the East, good morning.
I can hear you. Morning.
Good morning.
Chief Onuoha, South Africa.
Thank you, my brother, and welcome to People of the East. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Mazi, I want to say throw more light on not throw more light or add to what you have said, and then about our people that have degenerated to Iwegusi and then have left exactly who we are. You know one thing, our leader went back to time. He went back to about 100 years ago to deep history about us as people. And he came back with this wisdom that he has imparted in all of us. You know, sometimes when our leader talks, he talks to Africans and he says that Africans, our blacks in Africa, are so useless. Then when you're listening to who is talking, the person that is talking is a black person. But he went back to time to see where we have gone wrong. When you look at him, when you call about Biafrans, who we are as people and where we have degenerated to, who is he? He's also a Biafran, but he went back to time. He left Ikechukwu time, he left Sikh time, he went back to who we are when we came up from Israel. He found out that we are these beautiful people that God created in his image, and we are the children of Israel. But we left this God that we were serving and went to the new God that the white people brought to us. That is where our people have actually left the real thing, who they are, to what they are doing now. You know, it's not answering. Who is doing this, who is not doing that. You see this issue that somebody raised about our securities. So many people have raised it. Even in the groups. And when you look at them, you know, you just keep quiet and listen to them. What they will be saying, you wouldn't even understand. Are these mature people? Sometimes they are using a word that is even very bad to each other. Just because our outfits are showing who they are. I think some of them don't even listen to our leader. Our leader has said this. When America went to Japan, and then Japan said, think you have gun. Let me bring they brought the gun and they left it and they left them. You need to show who you are. Our leader have said it. But they were by an argument about this, they left exactly what they're supposed to have been doing. You know, when you're talking about our people, how so many of us have fallen apart because they're against the struggle that they started. And they started doing something else. You ask yourself question, what is wrong with our people? You know, when you mention something about court, I am part of the people that you will never convince me with what anybody do without having an evidence. And it shouldn't be evidenced by me saying, it must be on a record, on a camera, or something that must be proven. Oh, but then on a radio, you know about what somebody did. And some people, this is where we have degenerated to. Even our meeting, our people have left who they are. By the time you know it, Habawamba. This thing of you taking an oath, you can imagine how many people are saying so many things. Even if you take it 100 times, it doesn't make what it makes you more human. It makes you people know that from beginning, from 2015, I am not going to go back to what I have believed in. Nothing is going to change me. But our people, they will be making arguments. So, my brother, I urge our people that this outfit that we have brought, they should support it and leave every other thing that we think we know. This morning, Oliver, what's the meaning now? Let's forget about this thing. Because of no Namdekano, because of no Machineke, because of no Onuoha, because of no Mazi, we're not at this position. erugokwa ebe ọ ga-eruo nna onye adazie zọbasa ha zọbazie n'ọkwa nwa wee nwetara anyị ha then ụwasị ka akọ eriwezi ọda pepụrụ akọ eriwe kọwa nonsense ha na-akọ. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who brought it. What matters is that we are in our land. We have achieved what we are looking for. Now look at what is happening now. They brought us our leader and the people that are working with him and the whole host of IPOB brought up security network. And they don't even understand what security network is. Network. Those people are so versatile. How with everything natural. How with radio. How on the net. Also actually the only language these people understand is violence for violence. That's what our leader have been preaching. And so people are sitting today saying, no, my only there is no metal here. Well, you got the governor on can you buy a firearm? You cannot. He has done it. IPOB have done it. You cannot even buy AK-47. After Hena, will you change anything? Why don't you join the moving train? That is our people. Our leader have been able to chase the Fulani out of our land. Only Hichoro. Hichoro can the Fulani noro. Can the governors again on Akako? Why don't you shut up? And I want to warn this afternoon. Every comment, every language you use against this moving train, you will be held accountable for it. It's better. Our leader said it.
Thank you very much.
My conclusion, our leader said in this broadcast, that's all I want to say.
Simple as that. Thank you very much. You have spoken well, very well, eloquently, and I must concur to what you have said. You know, the thing is, I think the Bible says that the house that rises up against herself shall not stand. That house will fall. It's as simple as that. If your job in IPOB is to fight against the mercenaries that keeps us going, trust me, it will bounce back to you. It's as simple as that. When you are fighting me, you are not fighting me, but you are fighting Biafra. When you are fighting our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are not fighting him, you are fighting Biafra. And you know, anytime you hear our leader talking, he will not be telling you past. Like past tense, you know what? I'm the one who started IPOB. I did this, I did that. Do you know how I suffered to start IPOB? No, you don't hear that from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You only hear perspective from him. Perspective. He will tell you what he is going to do. He will tell you what he's going to do next month, what he's going to do next year. That is a sign of a progressive leader, and that is what I love to, define our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is how I love to classify, quantify, or talk about him. He talks about progress because he has plans, he has vision. But when you hear people like Wazirike will tell you, Ojukwu gave me a for Biafra. I started Radio Biafra 20 years ago. All Wazirike tells you is what? Past participants. It doesn't tell you present tense. That is a sign of a decayed leader. It is a sign of somebody who have nothing to offer you. Sign of somebody who is living in the past. With leadership of IPOB, as long as Biafra is not yet restored, we don't want to hear your achievement. We want to hear what you are going to do for us. It is not what Biafra will do for you, but what will you do for Biafra? All right, we must continue. And of course, we are coming almost to the end of today's program, but I think we have a couple of calls to take before we call it a day. Let me go back to WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp if you can hear me. If you are a person of the East, hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Wachineke.
Mazi Ikechukwu.
Ndewo.
Ikechukwu from Finland.
Wachukwu, please go ahead. Loud and clear, and humanity are listening. Even those who have fallen on the struggle, they are hearing. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my language,
So what?
Because every problems in Biafra Igbo. Wazirike onye Igbo. Ajọ ụzọ Kanu bụ onye Igbo. Nne ya Nwodo bụ onye Igbo. Obiano bụ onye Igbo. Rojas Okorocha bụ onye Igbo. All of
governors na Biafra land bụ ndị Igbo.
Unbelievable.
And dịka ndị be anyị na-asị na ajụ ihe gba ahụ ọbụla omenala. Ndị Igbo ndị nọ na governors niile ahụ na-akpọ gọvanọ because as for me, onwe onye Igbo nwere ike ịgwa m onye nọ na gọvanọ winu gọvanọ ndị obodo tụrụ asị na-atụ eri owinu onwero. Obianọ ewinụrọ na during election ya. Ka a na-akpọ Hope Uzodimma ọ bụrụ ewinu Ifediola winu. Ị na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu ọfụma.
Loud and clear.
And nke onye isi ndị mazụrọbụ wazuru ike onye ahụ bụ onye ala. Onye ma na o nwere sistem eji agwa ala. Ọ bụrụ na ọsọsọ ndị anọ na dọtị na dosbin ebe na main road bụ ndị ala. Ala na-ebido nwayọọ nwayọọ.
Ala dị n'ụdị n'ụdị. Ala dị n'ụdị n'ụdị.
Ala dị n'ụdị n'ụdị. Anọ abịazi onwezie first class ya. Ịghọtago. So o ji nwayọọ apụta na nke. O ji nwayọọ agbagota n'ala nke. Because na iwe ọchị okenye sị na ya mụ ihe ọnwa okwu ya bụ Igbo 60 na okwu a kedu ansi ya kedu ihe ọwụ. O nwere ka iji wee gwa gị na onye a na-aghọ ala. Ọ sị that na irepu mmadụ na no once in a while. Nne n'onye ọdụm ka a na-ama m mma n'obi na n'ọwọs na ọjọs na-ele ofu onye onye ka a ga-eji wee chọwa sekuriti ka ọ gịnị mgbe na-achụ onye a ọ bụrụ na onye a na-agha alụ ọ jụọ onwe ya onye erepu ọ bụrụ na ọnwa m ka mmadụ ịnọ nwoke nke a rịsịa ya elu orijuo nwoke nke a dịkwa mmadụ ịnọ a na-emecha were mma kwupụta ga-eri isi njụọ ọ bụrụ na nwa onye a ịma na asị igosi m ọhịa ego agwa nke onye iwu onye ori na pastọ adaghị ị na-anụ ihe m na-ekwu.
Ndị Igbo onye ohi na pastọ aghaghị.
Anyị bụ ndị Igbo anyị graduate na-ajụ ihe very well and some of ndị Igbo mberibu na etu esi enweta ego n'ụwa anụnwa bụ ọgaranya mbe ime ajụ ife.
Absolutely.
Iwe ọchị anyị ịfụ na onye na-eme na awaland na ịghọta ihe na-agwa ndị Igbo mberibu na ihe eji enwe ego kịta ahụ ajụ ihe and onwe wantin ndị Igbo ajụrọ n'onwe ha ajụsi isi na-eche ka mma na onwe ya ajụ a kedu onye Igbo ọbụla nọ na oil minista nya ndị anụnwa na-amị oil a kedu onye Igbo nwee well hol na Biafra land onwero mana ebe a na-azụ ọgwụ gọvanọ igbu mmadụ ịghọta ihe m na-agwa gị and ihe na-emere mbụ na onwe wantin ọzọkwa ndị Igbo enwere love of their self that na onye Igbo ọbụ na-efu a na-agbawuru ịmanụ nwanne ka ọ bụ mgbosi ndị Igbo bido wee ụdị unity a na imekọta gbuo onye Igbo ekwukwa gị definitely that day ka anyị enwere ọnwa anyị ịghọta ihe na-ekwu onye Igbo ya nọrụ n'ime ahịa nọrụ na main road onye Hausa onye Fulani ewere gbogbo onye Igbo ibe ya na tọnọsi ya na bido sendị ya egosiwo ụwa ihe m ihe a na Liberia nwa awụrụ polisi gbuo ofu onye egbe anyị achụgide gị and information ya na-aga na-achụgụ ma dị so na-egwudeghị ugwu betika ka mmadụ ya esi wee nọrọ ebe mmadụ 100 nọ ọgbọ ofu egbe ogbuo mmadụ and everybody adọrọ na-eni ya ebe ahụ ọ nọ ọ bụrụ na anyị bido nwee value of ourselves na onwe onye Igbo ọbụla egburu ịma na nwanne gị ka egwu ịma na anyị adọ nke ọzọ m na-achọ ikwu n'ụwa mgbosi ndị Igbo ya amata na ihe anyị kpọrọ ndị igwe na ha bụrụ ndị igwe nọ ndị ori ka ha bụ Mazi Ikechukwu kedu onye a na-enye 2 million naira na onye a na-enye 1.8 million naira every month jos ka ọ wee mechie ọnụ bụ igwe ọdụ ka ya pụtasị ka azọwa Biafra ya ka our leaders wee sị that na onye ụbịa na-ada azọ freedom and ọdụ ụzọ ebe ịtọ a freedom fighter na-anọ nnụrụ and erizin mgbe ọ bụrụ eziokwu anyị nọ n'ụlọ nga ọ na-egbu na-agbagidere egbe gbapụghị etu awalida nọ na-ajụkwa ndị Igbo onye ụzọ Kano nọ na be anyị Wazirike nọ be anyị na-alụ họteelụ na-esekọ pichọ wit ndị Fulani unu si nọ na-azọ freedom and some ndị Igbo na-esuye na-akpụ ya onye isi and ọdịrọ surprise because na Lucifer o nwere ndị ụfọdụ na njes Pọl mbọsị atụtụ Lucifer n'eluigwe definitely o nwere ndị ya esokwu ya And the end na chief kwukwa ọzọ kwa kịta mmụọ m gwa m kwukwa again o. Ndị niile nọ na IPOB, ndị niile nọ na IPOB, ndị niile nọ n'isi ndị IPOB, ndị niile tiru na ọkwa ha agbagotagwodukwa na very careful ọnwa ọzọ na-abịakwa.
Exactly.
Ọnwa ọzọ na-abịakwa again because na akpịrị ego and ihe anyị na-azụ awụrụ ife ego ọ bụrụ ihe ka enye gị ego mana ọ bụrụ na igwe akpịrị ego ka mma na iwere kịta pụọ o for your life for the sake of your family pụta chaa n'ụzọ ka ndị ọzọ gaa na ọrụ ụmụazị na-ekwu ekwu ọsị onye akpara ya ji aka akpa ndị ọzọ pụta bakịta pụta because tụna ime ihe uche na fome agbụkwu ihe niile ka anyị edi na Biafra ahụ ọ bụrụ ihe niile ka anyị eme accept na this type of struggle anyị na-eme ọ bụrụ ife niile ndị nọ na IPOB ana m agwa unu eme na-akpịkpịgo ndụ n'ego were nwayọọ si ebe a rituo ka ọ dịgwodu tata.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I am enjoying this, my brother. I am enjoying him. Trust me, I am enjoying him. He has spoken a mouthful, and I welcome it wholeheartedly. You know, asina iberibe nenyonyara moral. Iberibe nenyonyara moral, and of course, I went to our supreme and eternal leader. Chief Dimemeko Odumegwu Ojukwu Memorial Service, when he passed away here in South Africa. So one man came to speak, he came to address the Igbos, and he said something that stuck in with me forever. I've never forgotten that thing, and I keep on remembering this thing he said. He said that na ndị Igbo amakataghị ihe wee mawa akpa nzuzu wee wuzuo ha arụ ha na-asụkwu asụkwu. I don't forget that. That man is a lawyer. He said that Igbo amakataghị ife wee mawa akpa nzuzu wee wuzuo farụ ọbụkwa ha na-ezuzu ezuzu ha na-asụkwụzi asụkwu. So any day you think of telling me, hey, we are Igbos, we are so intelligent, we know a lot of things, please spare me that story. Don't go and tell it to the birds, because sometimes you need to evaluate yourself as a people, as a nation, and ask yourself, are we still the same people? Are we still the same way our ancestors, our fathers, the way they left us, or have we changed? And if we have changed, of course, we need to do amends or make amends and find a way to get back to order. So, but we must continue. This is Biafra. This is IPOB. We are on the move. We are trained, and we are unstoppable, and nobody can stop us. We are unstoppable. If you like, you can be Iwuro Kenatakakpa. And when I mention Okenatakakpa, I'm talking about those who claim to be comrades, those who claim to be IPOB members. Okay, Natakakpa. You are inside us. You want to bite us from within. We will fish you out, and when we do, sorry. All right, back to the lines. Of course, it is Radio Biafra SADEC. We are the people of the East from Johannesburg. This is where we hammer in. This is where we from here. We reach in humanity across the whole of this ethnic club. Planet Earth. And from there, of course, we are going home to Biafra land, the land that flows with milk and honey. My motherland, my fatherland is Biafra. We are unstoppable. You cannot stop us. If you become a distraction in our midst, you will die, and we must continue. We must continue. Hashtag we move. All right, caller on Skype, what do you have to tell me? Join the interaction right now. People of the East, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are.
Biafra is rising.
Machineke.
Biafra is rising. 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 Biafra is rising.
Ise. Please go ahead and welcome to the program.
Mazi, Ikechukwu, good morning.
And good afternoon from here.
Worldwide, all our national coordinators, every part of the world, all the members of IPOB, my name is Mazi Otusi. I'm from Abreba, under the Onuoha province of the Biafra land. First, I thank God for the life of our Onyendu. God is using him marvelously. May God add more years and more strength, more wisdom, more understanding, more strategy, and more enthusiasm in his life and the mission that He's called him to do. First, I want to thank God for you. I remember when our brother Uche Mofo trained you for this radio program, and now he fall off. No problem. That one is bygone. And now, there is analysis you said this morning. It really touched me. When you said that your national coordinator is the one that holding you like a baby, even though sometimes he provoke you. The same thing happened to everybody. I love my national coordinator so much. Do you know why I love my national coordinator, Mazi Jonathan? I love him because when the time they need somebody to take the position, many people were fearing, saying because I have a national, my residence is going to jeopardize. But he did not count all those things. We take the oath and took the mission. That's the one thing I love him so much. Even though there is an obstacle that going on in his own side, that one did not count. But I've been praying for him. God will continue to strengthen him and also guide him and his wife and his children. That's the thing I love him so much.
Thank you very much.
Another thing I want to say is, we Igbo or we Biafrans, sometimes we have all these kind of symptoms of envy and jealousy. Whenever you see 2 or 3 Igbo people gather, sometimes you see one person being progress or being eloquent, being outspoken, or doing something with his whole heart. You will see somebody cannot encourage the person. Rather, he was trying to cause problems. That one always you can find it in every corner of the house. It's not in IPOB. Every house has those symptoms. But the one thing we need to do, we always pray in and ask God to change such people's hearts, and also encouraging them to change. Because there is something that happened some years ago. It happened that the problem, what is that trying to say? The stubborn children now are becoming a good person because they have changed. Are becoming a backbone of here for our family. I so love because I've been praying for the person and he changed. And even though some years ago I withdraw myself not to being a part of the family, later I come back to join the new zone. I've been part of them. Now we have changed the name. Before we've been answering Idi France. Now it's not Idi France again. We've been answering now new one. And the new name we have now is 93. And that 93 when you were in France is Saint Denis. And that 93 is the new zone that I am in now. And my own prayer is that I will support my leader Obinna in any form I can. Make sure that Obinna will progress, and also my national leader, which is Mazi Jonathan, and I will make sure that I will work hand to hand, make sure to obey them, and that's my leaders, my 2 leaders, and make sure that the progress of the family of this year in France will expand.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
More zones. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you, Chineke. I welcome that. Of course, I've known this man since 2017. We started on Radio Biafra Motherland. He has been calling. Can you believe that? And this is what we call consistency, knowing why you are chosen, knowing why you are called, and you don't deviate from that, but you continue. That is what is important, and that is what we want in the struggle. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, all hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Mazi, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Ikechukwu.
No,
whenever you are online, whenever I hear your voice, if I don't put my voice, like something is missing.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled to that.
I really appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you.
And another thing I want to say, that early morning prayer you normally put with our leader's voice. Oh my God, there's nothing heaven will not open to that prayer.
Absolutely.
I mean, I really appreciate our leader, what he's doing, and I appreciate every one of you who are working every day to make sure that Biafra, the restoration of Biafra is actualized. I say, may God bless every one of you.
You say, and you too.
I have nothing much to say, but I just want to suggest something, that if it is in my hand to suggest people that will be around Martin Nandekaro, honestly speaking, it's not that because I'm always calling on your platform. I will definitely choose you and the one Chineke. I mean, there are man, your voice is one of the Ogene voice that we need to be hearing every single morning.
Thank you. I'm humbled.
May God bless you, my brother. Keep it up.
Bless you too. Thank you very much.
No matter devil like it or not, no matter what people say, Biafra has come to stay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, and may God bless every one of you there. Yeah.
And bless you too. I thank you for that, and I welcome that. Of course, our leader is being guided by Elohim. Our leader walks in the spirit. He knows whom to approach. He knows whom not to approach. He knows whom advises him and whom don't advise him. And that is just who he is. And of course, we just do what we come to do in Biafra. And that is it. And that is to get Biafra. And that's what we must continue doing. That is what everyone in the struggle must focus their attention on, because it is the most important thing. We are not here for position. We are not here to fight each other. We are neither here to, rub shoulders and to say Magwanyembo. That is not why we are here. We are here to get Biafra. This is Radio Biafra SADEC. My name is Mazi, Ikechukwu, Onuoha. I will be right back in a jiffy. Don't go away, please.
Oh yeah. Here comes the time. The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah, they will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery, never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us no slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Biafra. So we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the end of the tunnel. So shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can change us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know. The sun is rising from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be everything. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the clock strike, black strands crossing gray stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder one reminisce, the action that is in Alice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory was done. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. East to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. I still be shining so bright. All over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know, they will know. The sun is rising. Wave your flag anywhere you are. Just see the sun is rising. Oh, the sun is rising. Freedom, freedom, yeah. The sun is rising.
Asị na osisi sọ mmadụ n'anya ọ bụrụzi n'onye otu anya.
But then I saw the status of this caller on WhatsApp, and then what was written there really caught my attention. It is written by
na mbụ mere na amaghị ama agbọbụrụ kpachara anya maka na osisi sozi mmadụ n'anya na abụ ọ bụrụzie na amaghị.
We will perish together with fools. Unbelievable. Let me read it again, even though I'm not seeing this clearly, but it says, we must learn to live together with brothers, or we will perish together with fools. I will leave you with that word. I will leave it with your spirit. Let your spirit teach you. Let your spirit interpret these words to you. We must learn to live together with brothers, or we will perish together with fools. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you for that word, and of course I welcome it. Caller on WhatsApp, please go ahead.
Yes, my man, Ikechukwu Onuoha.
Ndewo Chineke.
God bless you, dear.
And bless you
my
too.
name is Chika Johnson, calling from Lomito. Yeah, I'm a servant of Ipob, the indigenous people of Biafra, in Lomitogo. In my zone, I'm a PRO. So I'm very much happy this morning to get you online because I've got more than 50 times.
Unbelievable.
Then I'm going to ask,
you see, my brother, you see, that's the thing. You know, over thousand, I'm talking in hundreds of thousands, calls Radio Biafra on daily basis. So only the lucky ones go through, unfortunately. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. What I want to contribute this morning, concerning the network. Yeah. About the security network in Biafra land. Now, because of the network, our security have shown the world and shown the Fulanese that we are ready in anything. I want to remind our people what our able leader did, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing Moses did. You know, Moses was brought up in the house of king, and then Nnamdi, our leader, is a son of king. And also went to exile. Moses went to exile. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, went to exile before he came back and took his people across the Red Sea. If God open your eyes spiritually, you will see that the same thing Nnamdi Kanu did. The army that our able leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brought out, the same thing spiritually Moses have them. In spiritual, if they open your eyes spiritually, you will see the millions of army that follows Moses and cross the Red Sea. Now, what I want to say that the Biafran struggle have come to the end. We are now at the other side because since the day our able leader brought us those things have changed, showing that we are the other side. We are waiting for them to come in because our leader said, if those fools, those military, those fools came in Biafran land, there's no one will go back. The same thing that happened to Egyptian people, the time of Moses, will happen to that zoo. in the name of Chukwu Kikabiama.
You say?
So I'm very much happy.
Thank you very much.
I'm very much happy this morning.
Thank you
I
very
don't want
much.
to talk about our FLEPUs, those fallen agents.
All right.
May God bless every IPO
You say?
worldwide.
Thank you, my brother. Let's leave it there. All right. We must learn to live together with brothers or we perish together with fools. What a world. What a $1 million word. This is Radio Biafra SADEC, and we are bringing this program to an end. But let's get some music. Very important.
Hallelujah, kemo kama Upamara Chukwu gaza mepere Opangwara gawa Hallelujah, kemo kama Ihula Chukwu adewa mwaye pere Kwaba fomo Olekta wanu Hallelujah, kemo kama Omwamudi me Upamara gawa Noma bomwame Ozawo mwaye pere
Of course, this person is my boss, Organ Nuku. Mazi Former is on the line and I need to go straight to him. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Former, if you can hear me, please go ahead and welcome to the program.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Ikechukwu. Thank you for accepting my call this evening. It's evening here, and Biafrans, friends of Biafra, I thank everyone. And before I start, as normal, this platform is the platform of Chukwu Kabiama. The foundation was built upon his name. If you permit me for a minute, I just want to give glory to the Creator.
By all means, go ahead.
Heavenly Father, you alone, you brought us, and you brought the whole IPOB to come and restore your kingdom on this earth. And this is our mouthpiece. We have nothing, no weapon, nothing. Just the words are just clumbering the zoo called Nigeria. Heavenly Father, we give you praise. We thank you for everything you have done so far. You have demonstrated that you never changes from generation to generation. You are the same. We humans change, but your word remains the same. We praise you. We thank you. We thank you for sending our leader, Mazi Nandekano. And we thank you for all the principal officers. Give them courage. Mostly our brethren that are in the dungeon of the zoo. Heavenly Father, as we always pray in this platform, as long as the zoo is holding your children incarcerated, they will never have peace. Calamities. Today is just the morning. We said this in 2017, 2018, even 16. This is just the morning. By the time that country is done, they will regret everything for arresting or killing the blood of Biafrans. Because Biafrans is of God. And that is where we stand. We give you praises in Chukwu Kabiama. We thank you for everything, and we ask you to continue to be with us in this journey unto your kingdom is restored.
Yes, sir.
All this we ask in your mighty name we prayed. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I want to touch here this evening is, first of all, I want to talk about the Facebook Zegabon that is blocking our Facebooks and stopping us from airing our views. Those that are being oppressed. He sided with the oppressors. Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, we know that you own the platform. Everything belongs to you. Yes, we know that. It's by your effort and your labor. But one thing we are saying is, if you don't revise, you blocked, you suspended all the IPOB, Radio Biafra, all our platforms. We did nothing wrong. We are just saying what the calamity that is happening that befall us. We are not instigating anything. Rather, we are just grieving of our suffering. And you choose to side with the Nigeria, the zoo government because of money. We proclaim in this radio today that you are going to lose more than you gain from that zoo.
Yes, sir.
You release those accounts you blocked.
Yes, sir.
4 years ago, you suspended our account. After 3 days, you lost over 3 billion. The amount you are going to lose this time is beyond imaginable. The only savior is to restore all our account that you hold. And I speak based on in the name of Ikechukwu Biafra.
Yes, sir.
And that is how it shall be. And nothing will ever change it unless you restore, because we did nothing wrong to you. We are not seeking for what doesn't belong to us. We are not looking for trouble. They are killing us. And you help to cover the crime. And you say we practice free speech. Where is the free speech? We ask. The next topic I want to talk is to encourage all our Biafrans. What is before us? So far, so good, the journey. If we all remember back from the day we started this journey, how far we have gone, what we have achieved so far. Any ground that we gain, we don't lose it. And that is the making of Chukwu Biafra. It's not by our own making. We are not even doing anything. My encouragement to everyone is for us, those who believe in what we are doing, resurrection, and those that are wanted to join, those that share the same ideology, those that want freedom. I encourage everyone, regardless of where you are, to join IPOB and continue until Biafra is restored. We don't have any other alternative. We do not. After the Biafran Civil War, they have killed us up to this very moment. Nobody is talking on our behalf. Only we that is talking on our behalf. And as we are doing that, the enemies of the people are not sitting idle. What they are benefiting from us, because we are the most perfect domestic slave for the past 400 years. Your master is not going to let you go scot-free. They are going to throw everything at you. They are going to even instigate against brother against brother, sister against sister. Because they are going to use money to buy all those things. These are the things we have to be worshipful. because it's happening every day. Not just only in IPOB, in any freedom fighting that you see around the world. There is always, the other side always coming and try to buy, cause havoc, to make sure the dream is shattered, that we never reach to our destination. I don't know about you, but I can only say about myself. Before I joined this IPOB, I heard the voice of our leader, Mazi. I recall calling him and saying to him, what is it about? And he just talked to me and said to him, please, 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 stop what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. He said he knows what. I said, no, you do not know what you are about to start. You do not know anything about it. Just simple, stop this. Do not go forward. He persists. He keep on saying, I know what I'm doing. I said, it's not something that you will start tomorrow. You stop halfway. He says he knows what. I don't believe in anybody's word. I'm just confessing. I have to go and do my own investigation about who is this man until I find out who he is. And then the next thing it took me many weeks to ask myself to join this struggle. Is it a just cause? Is it something wrong or good? I got the answer. That is something good. I joined it. I didn't join it because of anybody. I had a voice. And this voice is the voice is the voice of a freedom. We need to be free. Every individual that joins has their own motives or whatever their interests. Mine, I didn't have any single interest. My only interest is for us to be free. I cannot do what Mazi is doing. Others, but all I can do is to support. Everybody that came to this world has a purpose. The question is, what is your own purpose? And when we talk about devil is nothing like, it's not something that you cannot see. It's a human, as me and you. We just use that name to confuse ourselves. And sometimes we allow ourselves to be used and confused as well. The question you ask yourself is, so far so good, the journey of Biafran restoration. IPOB that Mazi led since 2012 till today. How far have we gone? Have we lost any ground? Then put it by the side. Bring up other freedom fighters that say they are fighting for the name of restoration of Biafra or one thing or the other. The day they start and where they are today. Make the judgment by yourself. Because one thing that we are suffering is the biggest disease that we, the Biafran, has is envy and jealous. As our leader kindly quote, if I can quote it correctly, he says it takes the most wickedness of mankind for a race to provide a first Senate president under 1 year. It's a piece of cake to defeat an Hausa Fulanis, our enemies. But we take the God, Ikechukwu power to conquer the mind of average Biafran man. But we are ready to cure ourselves that disease, that cancer, because only then Biafra will be restored. And I want to say one thing today. Nobody is holding Biafra from not coming. It's Biafrans, it's we. Everybody wants to be a king. Everybody wants to be Eze. Everyone wants to be bowed down before. But they forgot one thing. We all are human beings. We are different from one another. Everyone has their own gift. Envy cannot even do anything. Rather, you work hard to be who you are and be happy. Biafra Restoration is not a franchise. You start your own yapping and do all those things. You can talk from today to tomorrow. Actually, this Biafra Restoration, I'm just looking at it. It's not buying and selling. That a brother will have a shop. His brother will go behind him and then outbid him on the store and then add more money to the landlord. The landlord will chase his brother out and then he take over. Biafra Restoration is not like that. Many people have tried. Biafra is of a spirit. We are unable. Many of you doesn't understand it. Many of you doesn't even understand the concept. You thought I just wake up and then go and do things you want to do. There are things beyond this. You do not understand. Only when you are a spirit, only when you actually yearn to learn and drop everything you knew, you thought that you know, perhaps you might be able to learn a lot that will actually open your eyes to understand who you are. The people that we are living in their land, they know who we are. They taught it to their children in schools. Who we are. What I meant is, I meant who we are. Many of you do not know who you are, but they know. It's only if you will realize who you are and keying into what we are doing and then jettison gossiping, because some people are envied and some people are paid to come and do what they need to do because money is everything to them, but they forgot that they will not live to enjoy that money. Therefore, we should cherish it. I always give this example with State of Israel during the time of they are fighting to restore, fighting to regain independence. They have this group. There is the same similar thing with us. There is here. They have this group, very, very, very outspoken and well equipped. This is Haganah. And the Ben-Gurion was saying that we need to get a state of Israel without a Jerusalem. But Haganah is saying, no, we should not. We never get, don't ever accept that. We must get Jerusalem. Without Jerusalem, we are not getting independent. As wise as a Ben-Gurion is, he said to them, he said to the people of Israel, I know what we want, but I do not know what you guys need. But I will go ahead and get what we want. And he gave an order to sink the ship loaded with arms heading to Haifa in the north for Haganah and sink it on the Mediterranean. And they went ahead and then accept the state of Israel without a Jerusalem. Without doing that, Israel might not have a state of Israel today. But because of that brave move, and then a few years later, they fought a war and then they get that Jerusalem. The rest is a history. In our land, Fulanis has been going around killing us, murdering us for kingdom come. No group, nobody, not even the government, the Southeast are meant. Not even other so-called groups or name them, whatever it is. It didn't occur to them that we needed security or start talking to their government or their governor. Since many of them loves confrontation, they didn't do that. They didn't do nothing. They just sit in their comfort zone. IPOB rise to the occasion when they said they do not consultation. I just look at them and say, look at these people, the most highest hypocrisy I can ever think of. They forget so soon. Is it not in 2017? Our leader is having a meeting with the Southeast governor. Theology to understand each other. They nearly ambushed him and killed him and killed him. And then they went and destroyed his home, set up and all those things. You know, when people, we just speak from both sides of our mouths, as some people always said, I use that phrase, because some people use it. It's okay to just say something so that you can satisfy your ego. It doesn't go any forward. It doesn't move any stone. It doesn't do nothing. For years, nobody did nothing until we have a ENS. Now we have experts from every cronies. Oh, there is no consultation. There is nothing. There is here. You cannot just go and start this. I look at these people, I said, are we okay at all? They talk about the Yoruba. The Yoruba, their group, I can't remember what they call their own. They forced to form it. And then before going and start working and pass it into law.
Amotekun.
Yes, Amotekun. Before now, they go and work and pass it into law. We have experts in now the Biafra land. They're just talking, but then they go and do it. You can't. Another person did it. You say you need to call a consultation, right? Or Haneza will have their meeting. Before they finish having their meeting, it's already in Aso Rock. Aso Rock is already have the communique of the meeting. Do you see how you identify saboteurs? Just pay attention to their words. They will tell you who they are. Because if they love what we are doing to be successful, first, you know who your enemies are. And you know the kind of information you give to them. And there are things you do after you do it, then you inform them. If it is in the right environment, that's when you do such. But in our case, when you try that, it will never succeed. How many times have the Southeast governor or whatever they do call meetings to have a security? What was the outcome? Crap. They couldn't even raise anything. Do you see how these people want us to fail? I'm just pointing this for you to see. Because it's easy for someone to just come out and then saying things, one thing or the other. I do not envy anyone. I am who I am. I'm well content of myself. And others said, oh, IPOB is evil. There are a lot of things happening in IPOB. I say, is it not in IPOB that I'm a part of? Those people that are saying those things is, if you go to where they were coordinating, or where they were doing one thing or the other, you will see there is kiosk. They are the ones that are bringing bad names to IPOB. I use myself as an example. I never expel anyone. For the last 8 years, only one person, and that was last year, and that person knows what he did. But these people, go to them, open their own book chapter. You will see complaint from left and right, from middle, from center. The book, Bible is a small. If you combine it, it will full. These are the people who are coming up and saying one thing or the other. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, everyone has the mouth. Everyone can say whatever he or she likes. But we know we know the truth. People just use the truth. In fact, truth has no meaning anymore. I was just thinking about it today. I said, what is truth? Because that is our comfort zone. We just jump in and say truth. What is truth? Mazi, can you tell me what is truth? Because these days with IPOB, when people shout truth, I do not understand it anymore. I think it lost its value.
Mazi,
can you tell me? I don't know.
I think for me, I think the truth is when you begin to tell yourself the truth about yourself first. That is the truth.
I think you're right. Because it lost meaning. A grown-up man that their families, they are role model to their own families. They are just looking up to them. And they are disgracing themselves. It doesn't make sense. What is important to us is a restoration of Biafra. And I encourage everyone, whatever it takes, support our leader. I will tell you one thing. Put aside every comment, every crap everyone is saying, talking. Let's look at those that say they are fighting for freedom, they are fighting for restoration. In that Biafra land, let's analyze them one after the other. Can you tell me which other group that the Zoo Army or police are arresting daily? Apart from IPOB, can you name any other one? Mazi, can you name anyone? Maybe I just because Zoo Nigeria doesn't exist to me anymore.
Mazi, none at all. Remember what they said? They say that if you call yourself a freedom fighter, it's either you are dead, or you are in prison, or you are in exile. But all those so-called freedom fighters, they're still in the zoo. So I don't know what kind of freedom fighters are that.
Okay, I will put it this way. They are not freedom fighters. They are working for the government.
Absolutely.
Because if you're a serious freedom fighter, either you are in prison or you are in exile. The only person I trust in this struggle is Mazi Nandekano. He has stand the water. He has been tested. He went in. All the money on this earth was promised. He refused them. He refused. Many of us, we accept it. But he didn't take dime. He said, where my people belong is where I belong. And we'll be managing with $1, $10 we are contributing. Then someone today will come out and say, Mazi Nandekano is eating their IPOB money. I will say to that person, something is wrong with your brain. Because if it is a material thing, it's important to Mazi Nandekano. He would have accepted money from Buhari. Even Orji Zokala as well, when he came and met him. So that argument holds no water. Some people said it's arrogant. That is crap. as well. The people tested. It's quite going. You find it astonishing that it's those that are gossiping around that the people are arrogant. It's been tested. I repeat, you find it astonishing that those people that are yapping around are the people that are arrogant. They are the ones that brush you off. They are the ones that block you. They are the ones that suspend you. They are the ones that do all manners of things to you. Does that make sense again? It doesn't make any single sense to me. So the important thing is we soldier on and go and get Biafra. We forget about the side talk because we will always have mad people in our mix. And they will be yapping as much as they like. And again, they will be attracting people alike because we say it. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Mazi Ikechukwu, if you show me your friend, I will tell you exactly who you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Birds of the same feathers flocks together.
Exactly. So they will gather. They will attract one another. And then they will confine themselves in one corner. Because they thought that what we are doing is just a near talk. They are just joking. We started this journey, and the foundation was built upon Chukwu Kikabiam. Because our leader taught this here so many times on this radio. He always said, I don't need to translate it to you. Every nation has their own, and we have our own, and we are going to use our own. And we are not apologetic to anyone about it. And that is why we are succeeding. Because they told us all manners of lies to remove our eyes from who we are. Because any people that lost their identity, they are lost forever. I'm glad that we find back who we are. And we're returning back how we are before. And that is the only thing that is going to save us. Because we are the Asian people. We are not apologetic to that. We are not offending anyone. We are speaking. We tell you what you did wrong to us. And that is it. So I encourage everyone, we should ignore those that are yapping. Because they have nothing upstairs, they have nothing to offer. Rather, they're trying to confuse souls that will join them into that pit that leads nowhere. I repeat, any serious freedom fighter, either he's in exile or he's in prison, and all their members will be arrested left and right. Any of these groups that didn't fall into this category, my advice is run as fast as you can, because they are the ones that will stab you in the back at that last second. It doesn't matter. Those that sold their brethren at the end, the same people that you took money from, they are the ones that will betray, because they will not trust you. So, dear friends, as we are about to come to the end of the year, Christmas is in coming few days. I wish Merry Christmas to those just celebrate Christmas. And this year is a epidemic year, coronavirus. And we ask Chukwu Kikabiama to continue to protect us. And those of us that are sick, one thing or the other, we ask Heavenly Father, have mercy on this radio. You never changes, the same. generation to generation. We call your name and you answer. Heal every one of them so that all of us will rejoice in Biafra, because Biafra is your kingdom. If they kill us all, no one will restore your kingdom. We are not going to do that from the graveyard. Thank you, Mazi Ikechukwu.
Thank you very much, Ise. Thank you very much. And of course, that was Mazi Ofoma. And of course, he is my boss. And that's what I say. He is the media head in IPOB worldwide. He is a man that you can count on when it comes to IPOB and the struggle as it stands at the moment. He makes things happen, I can tell you. He makes machines talk. He makes engines talk. And I'm learning from him. That's one thing about me. I learn from the best. And when I learn from the best, I become better person that I am. Most of the things I know technically at the moment now, I'm learning from him. And I will continue to learn as well, because if you are a smart person, you learn from somebody who knows better than you. But when you are a novice and you don't believe that you know, but you want to showcase your ignorance, you will remain a novice for the rest of your life. Thank you very much, Mazi Ofoma, for those powerful words of encouragement and words of truth. Wow. I like the part whereby he said, what is the truth? For me, the truth is you telling yourself the truth first. Don't come and tell me, let me tell you the truth, what is happening in IPOB. Let me tell you the truth. Have you told yourself the truth first? You need to tell yourself the truth. If you are lying to yourself and you haven't told yourself the truth, it means you don't know the meaning of the truth. The truth is you, first of all, opening up bluntly, telling yourself the facts, telling yourself where you erred, telling yourself the things, the wrongs you have been doing. Then you are speaking the truth. That is what I understand by the word truth. Thank you very much, Mazi Ofoma, once again. It is Radio Biafra SADEC, and of course, we have come to the end of this program. Wow, you saw how we started. I preached extensively on the same issue, and Mazi Ofoma wasn't even listening to my broadcast from the beginning, but he came in. He almost went to the same route that I went. He spoke about stay on your lane, play your position. If you know what is your calling in IPOB, stick to it. Don't jump lane. Don't leave your wing to go and play another wing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is called, chosen for a specific assignment. We are here to help him. We are here to carry this dream. Therefore, we must play our position. But anyway you leave your position, you abandon your position, you want to double cross, you want to jump into another man's position, trust me, sorry. That means you have lost your purpose. You have lost the essence or the reason why you are here in IPOB. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu, Onuoha, and I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you, Biafrans, for your role this morning. Your input means a lot to us. It is the People's Parliament. We come here to interact as a family, and that is exactly what we have done this morning, and we will continue again tomorrow. We will be back relentlessly until Biafra is restored. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May he continue to bless. May he continue to forge him ahead or give him wisdom and understanding to do the work which he has called him for. And also may God bless IPOBians worldwide, even those in Biafra land. Now that it's Christmas time, we know the days are evil. May God continue to protect and guide us. Even our volunteers, men and women at work, may God bless them. May God protect them. May God give them the strength, the energy to overrun our enemies at all time. From me, Mazi Ikechukwu, Onuoha, it is goodbye. May God bless Biafra, and together we all shall see Biafra. Goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Biafra,